You don't want me to be without you. And now I cannot fight the look in your eyes. It's getting hard to hide my desire for you. The way you suffocate me, it makes me wanna run. I am desperate to break free from your poison. You know I feel like a killer now. Hate how you take me over. I tell myself it's the last time. You bury me
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. I want to get these groups up and running. Apparently, Blush is back and he said ready, so I'm guessing he's already got a group, possibly. But yo, how y'all doing? I want to see the most broken versions of all of our classes before we see some seasonal tuning tonight, man. I want to see all of it, dude. Now is the time to just absolutely crank some damage, because you know they're gonna nerf it. Like whether you try to hide it, whether you try to play it tonight, they know. They already know. They're already making some nerfs. Already got a build plan for all we know. It's gonna hit over the weekend, and we're just gonna be disappointed. Some are probably going to be so surprised if they do some builds, but a lot of people are expecting like, oh yeah, these builds ain't living long, so we're just going to jump into it as soon as possible. Hope you good boys have been enjoying Mechagon. Best of luck when farming all these rares, man, because there's the scrap rares in particular that take ages to spawn. At some point, they changed them so that they were spawning constantly, and then they were like, oh, wait a second, we didn't mean for you guys to be having fun and enjoying the game. We wanted for you to suffer. I swear, dude, they had them spawning every single time you reach like 500 scrap or whatever it was, and now it's down to just like rarely. Alrighty, here we are though. Where is Kragar? Plush, you did say already. I'm guessing you're actually ready, 5-man and everything available, right? Let's double check that real quick, yeah? Also, if y'all want to join in for tonight's duels, man, first duels of 11.1 are alive. This is how you join in. 5-man, beautiful. As soon as Kragar lets me know he's good to go, we'll get a group up and running. Unless we need to make a second one ourselves, which will work too. Hell yeah. How you doing, my guy? Hope you had a good vacation, good break. Hope all of you guys are having a good one, by the way, man. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. I heard a lot of busted things. I've seen some busted things here and there, but I want to see what you guys bring in tonight. I want to see what y'all bring in tonight, man. I saw everyone making their tier list of like what's the most busted. That's definitely gonna get nerfed by the time the week rolls around, the next week, the reset. And yeah, apparently a lot of classes people think are on the chopping block, which I wouldn't blame you. Arms Warrior cranking right now. Arms Warrior definitely in that top tier list, yes. There's a couple other options as well. But I guess we'll see you tonight, yeah? What's another one up there? Fraud DK, people are complaining about. People are complaining about monks now, because Windwalkers apparently are just unkillable gods. Or they are god killers. I'm not sure which one it was. Either unkillable gods or killers of gods themselves. Like these guys literally could one-in-one Gahoon. Not Gahoon. I guess Gahoon is like old god, isn't he? Sorta, like a artificial one. Nazoth. Well, isn't Nazoth the weakest one of them all? Technically. I guess all of them are soloable at this point. I was gonna say, like, well, the other two are, like, soloable. You know what I mean? You know which one we never actually fought? Yashiraj. We never actually fought that guy. We only fought, like, the heart, more or less. Like, the heart. Or... well, kind of fought him, but it's just the heart. Or really just Garrosh is bathing in the heart. But that's the only one we didn't fight. Because that guy, apparently in lore... I think it was, like... Norgonon decided just like he saw him as the biggest amalgamation, and he just like saw him as a planet and just hit him with a, like how you squish a bug, he just hit him with a quick one of those, and then he's just gone. Literally like pieces flying. Shaw created, all he has is a heart. Just got squashed. I think it was Norgonon. I'm pretty sure Norgonon is the guy that does a bunch of like shit. Because I know that, like, it's also in lore, like, Eonar planted, like, a seed from Illusion. He was just like, oh, pretty flower. And he decided, like, yoink. Nope. I don't want that on the planet. No. Nope. It was supposed to be, like, one of the first few world trees. He just, like, rip it. The root stayed somewhere deep inside, which is probably how we're gonna go with Rootlands. Alrighty. I'm yapping here. But yapping can stop now. Spectator match. Pragar and Plush 5. Plush, we'll do the whole like rotation with reshuffles of the group, yeah? Oh, Subtlety Brook. That's another one the Perning is really busted. But I guess we'll find it out here, yeah? We'll catch it live, boys. We're live! I'm back, boys. We're kicking. Hope you're here for them 5V5 1v1 DUELS, because I surely am. Let's go with the Phoenix, dude. Let's go with the Phoenix song. I like that one a lot. Alrighty, so Twitch. Yo, seeing Caligorn and Kragar walking in with the spear, bro, I'm a little intimidated. I'm a little worried here for these boys. When a warrior has a spear, dude, he's just going fishing for some whales, man. That's how you know it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be painful. But we got both Kragar and Caligorn in the team. We got us a Zekhan over as a Richard Bishop Paladin. Sambo's enhanced Shamantsman. I like that monocle. It looks pretty good. I wish it was see-through, but it's not. But it's okay. We got ourselves Estarel, I think. I got it wrong, I'm pretty sure. Saya looking all goblin down, dude. Oh my, that looks so good. And sending them first, we got Jorim in the back, we got ourselves Leo, we got ourselves Plush, and we got ourselves Woodwalker. Just a www. fistoffury.com. I don't know. That's my joke for the day. All right, humor end. Oh, what is happening? STRL? I have no idea what your name, but that man might just be down for the ground. I feel like it's just, wait, he's up in the air. He's flying. He's trying to see if he can bombard Saya, but Saya may just take him here. It just, man, has got nothing real left. He's just literally airborne, mid-air. Not much you can really do in that situation. Saya with a bit of regenerating the Scragger, trying to give him a bit of the honor duel. Oh, I am interested. This is gonna be fun. We're dueling, boys. Yes, we are, man. When we release houses, can we be roommates? Sure, I'm down. Big roar out of Kragar with a Warbreaker. Got himself a bit of a Sparrow Freak, but it looks of it big defensive stance as he's leaping away from Saya. Bubble instantly for the Paladin. Hold on, that's a bubble, not for Barons or anything like that. It's just trying to bubble. It is gone. Saya tried to see if he can get away from Kragar. Kragar got Avatar, everything available. Technically, lots of damage available for this man. Stun to Saya. Charge to follow. Try to see if he can get himself potentially a setup. Disarm right after. Hodge to follow. Kragar has a trinket in case he needs one. Saya with a Searing Glare. Kragar could go for the parry. Would give him some defense. Got himself a bit of that reflect, though. I'm pretty sure still in defensive stance. Charging towards Saya. Quick fear. Breaks out of it immediately. Parry up for Kragar. Saya trying to see if he can back up out of it. He does have lay on hands. Let's go back with a big spear coming in. Warbreaker does see the Shield of Vengeance. Is going to back up out of that. Man is under a ton of pressure. May need to go for Rallying Cry. He still has Dawnlight on him. Has to go for Rallying Cry. Trying to go for a stun on Saya. Trinket right after. It's going to be the one stun. Trying to pick up a little bit of health. Looking to get himself a bit out of this situation. Next touch could be very, very deadly. Trying to see if he can back away from Saya. Picking up a little bit of healing. At some point, he's just going to have a go. You're just gonna have to have a go disarm inside for just a second. Man's got plenty of mobility. Reflect now for Kragar. I think he's trying to see if he can potentially reflect a Hodge back at the guy, but he's just getting pummeled. Battle Master Trinket, Rallying Cries, backup unavailable. Saya just got him pelted from a distance. Kragar left with not a lot of health to follow, and it's gonna be a stun trade. Oh no, I think Saya might just be able to take it here, right? Shard for Kragar, picking up a little bit of healing at the end into a roar. Avatar, everything available, does go for a Colossus Smasher to Saya. He just can't catch up to Saya at all. He's just getting kited out. And Saya should be able to, yeah, waddle out of there, peel him apart little by little. That is rough, man. The Paladin is just like, hey, you're charging the Paladin. You pop a slow, hand of freedom, just walking away from you. He has you slowed, but he can be slowed. And you're just kiting him out. He's playing almost like a... You know how honors normally play into kite strats, right? Just run away, hit you from a distance, not really being anywhere near you, right? Just get as far away as possible. Gallagher tried to see if he can pin down Saya, did a full spear, and everything is available. Lay your hands down. Gallagher also taking a bit of that damage, fear onto Saya. But look at how much damage that this guy is taking with Saya feeling like he's just fine. Reflect up for a second, parry up for Caligorn. He gives us a Hodge out of Saya, does go for a Hodge. Searing Glare, trying to go for a kick, does not connect with a pummel. Stun by Saya, looking for the recovery. Hold on a second. This point, Saya's left with nothing. No bubble, no bop, and Caligorn. This would be an opportunity for him to end this right here. If he can do it. Stormbolt on the Saya does have a trinket available. Colossus smash into, I think, a single mortal strike to take him out. That or an execute. And now he has to find a way to get away from Windwalker, as the man just got him surrounded fully. Fist of Fury is going to be a knock-up onto Caligorn. Goes in for a leap. It's kind of just blinking all over the place. Hard to track where the man is. Goes in for does someone to Windwalker, at least stop at Fist of Fury, but you don't stop the kicks, don't stop the punches. Massive demolish, does a bit of damage. Fist of Fury is gonna connect with a Rising Sun kick right after, with Zekon gonna be up next, man. All right, starting off, I was thinking Arms Warrior was just gonna be able to chop up Red Paladin in Europe, or opener there, honestly. But I guess it... Did they make the blind animation above people's heads more prominent? I feel like it's always been a little hard to see, but that was a lot more prominent. The blind with the Paladin blind, that looked good. Unless the Paladin blind never put up the animation above people's heads. But it looks good. Slicing wins on a Windwalker. Zeka does get kind of low with the stun to fall. I got himself a bit of the Dawnlight. Cleaving down onto the Monkus as he's trying to see if he can charge back over to Zekon. Forcing him back in. Got himself the Celestials helping out. Get him some cooldown reduction, which is going to be massive for him in terms of offense. But he may need something here defensively. Ring of Peace just to create himself some zonal action. Try to see if he can get behind the pillar. Cast and Vivify as much as possible. Limit on the amount of self-healing he can really get. What is the self-healing elements for Celestial outside of like the actual big button ability? Does it have one? Because I know that that's going to be down for the monk, but the Shadow Pit does have like a big burst of Vivify healing, like a giga burst to heal. Maybe slightly nerfed in PvP, but it should look really good. Plus, trying to see he can have himself a go versus Zekon, secret technique, everything available. Got himself all the damage, and the actual Darkest Night should be proccing here very soon as the X of Zekon's head disappears. You should be able to make that next eviscerate crit for a ton of damage. That is going to be a plus, taking a bit of that dot damage, but doesn't have a Dawnlight. Still going to take a wreck around the corner, which is not going to feel good at all. Zekon spent on his mana completely, so the man is in a bit of a rough spot right now. Potentially a tough spot. Plus charges back in. Sap onto Zekon. If you can go for more of this finisher rotation, he might be in a great spot standing next to the guy. Got himself the Shadow Strike. Interflagellation. Full combo. Full burst on a flush. Have some potential loss of damage. Bubble out of Zekon. Doesn't want to find out how hard that eviscerate is going to crit him for. And hopefully Plus does not send an eviscerate into the bubble, picking up the eye, blinding him. I feels like the animation for the blind is a lot more prominent. Is it me? Or is that... Have I just never noticed it, how prominent it looks like? It looks so good. DFA down. Zekon takes a huge hit with a cheap shot right after him. Not enough to take him down. Into a trinket to follow. Cloak shot is for the rogue. He's got himself the clear go onto Zekon. Shield of Vengeance is available. As he's trying to see if he can back up out of there very quickly. Got himself a couple of Templars. Hand of Freedom with a pony, or rather the Dino. try to see if you can chase him. Plus, does escape it without any dots. It's going for the quick first aid as we're hitting that 34% dampening. Zeka also trying to go for a bit of that healing. With him spent on mana, and him actually kind of out of forbearance button except for laying hands. So he's actually very, very limited on what he can do here. For Plush, this could be his golden road to victory right now. Zeka trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Disarm for a second. Laying hands needs to come out. Does get that lay. Rolling with a stun to Plush as he pops on evasion. Is going to be able to dampen some of that holy damage he's taking. But it's still going to take a bit of damage either way, though. It helps him, but still going to take a bit of damage either way. It looks like you're not really in cheap death either. So it's gonna put you in a bad spot though. Oh no, I was thinking for a second like Feint with evasion should give it like 40% DR. That should be very, very solid. However, I don't really know if it's helping him that much. Actually, big missiles out for Jareem. Zeka is getting barraged down. Shield of Vengeance is barely gonna be enough to keep him alive here. Breaks through it very, very quickly. Just needs one more quick cast. Taking him out. With Arcade is getting quite a few new talents, especially the barrages that do like up to 70% more damage. That should be very, very solid. Saba with a trick and trying to see if he can keep the pressure on to Jareem, got the images up and running. With a knockback, does leap back over to him to reconnect. Is going to be shot him out for Jareem's Thunder to get him out in the open. Ellie Blast right after. And Saba is the last one left over for the team one. With Jareem bouncing missiles back to back onto Saba. Does get himself immunity to cast and troops for a second. I don't know if it was for the precog or if it was just the just using the Spirit Walker's Grace gives him that immunity to cast. Massive damage over Jareem though, as he's looking for a poly. Altar time is available. I don't know how much more health he's going to be able to gain from that altar, but I think he's probably going to cancel it, right? Yeah, altar canceled. Does not want to reposition back towards that other side, but with our root totem around the corner, not letting you get any kind of healing, honestly, that altar might have actually been pretty good in that situation. He was just so far, it was like no way he's going to do it though. Barrage is down, have himself a bit of damage built up, Trinket to follow, does have himself a reverse blink to get behind the pillar with an invocation pumping up for a potential big go. He does have himself arcane power. I don't think he'll be able to go for arcane surge, not at this low health, unless he maybe goes and uses it on the elemental. He might just be able to use it on the elemental though. Do you have the shields that give you like more? Oh, doesn't even matter. I was gonna say, like, do you have yourself the overcharged shields or no? Because I imagine overcharged shields, especially as fire mage, would be insane if you use it at the right time. Blind by Leo. Try to see if he can have himself a proper go versus Saba. Looking to stun him completely. Waiting for the proper stun before he goes in for the full burst. But Saba does go on the ground. As the stun comes out, he is immuning this entire big go by Leo. He's got himself that new version of buffed up Remorseless Winter. He gives him no mobility, but a ton of radiating damage. He becomes an absolute chaos, absolute snowstorm. And you want to get away from him as soon as possible. Saba being able to go underground does counter it pretty easily, but he's kind of just stuck, not able to really chase after Leo with that Ascendance. So that's a bit of his damage gone. He does have Ghost Pulse available. He does not have a wall for a while, so he might be in a bad spot. Leo, kind of limited on your stunts, however, because you can no longer do the Remorseless Winter stun anymore. You kind of have to use a proper stun outside of it, like a Strangulate or Frostworm's Fury stun in order to get a setup. So he's kind of limited. Is he just going to have to wait until Frostworm's Fury is back up and available? He might just have to blind her to Saba. He got him some Remorseless. Does he just have a go? He does have a go. AMS. He's trying to see if he can take down Saba. Look at the cost of pulsating damage. Saba cannot get anywhere near it. It is so much. But Leo slowed down to smithereens. He literally can't move when he's bursting. But he definitely needs some kind of like a stun and other ways to be able to hold Leo in place or Saba in place. So that is a top one. So his cooldowns are going to be down here for a little bit, but if he can roll up the next Frostworm's Fury with the Pillar of Frost, he might be okay. For Saba, this is an opportunity to catch up to get Wall and potential Ascend back. He does have Lost, he does have Doom Wind, so maybe you can combine those together. If you can ever catch up to Leo, who's got himself plenty of runes, plenty of shit of ice around the corner, does have mobility as Lust comes out for Saba with the Doom Winds, but cannot catch Leo whatsoever. Maybe can use some Maelstrom from a distance, but Leo's doing a very, very good job buying himself as much, I'm assuming, possible Sunder. Stone Totem around the corner does not go in because he still had this smidge, a small smidge of AMS on him to give him some magic protection. And Saba could be in trouble if he doesn't pre-wall this. Yeah, this is going to be painful. Maybe underground helps him a little bit. He has an escape. He can just use a gopher strat for a moment with Leo actually canceling out his burst just so he can continue the chase. He's got himself the riders, which are going to be a bit of extra damage. Sabo actually being able to turn this around into Leo. Those riders are not enough to deal with enhancement advancement, because they got so much more damage to them. Plus, wind strikes have pretty sure they juiced them up by quite a bit, didn't they? Am I wrong? Oh, we're right. As he got himself a bit of that healing, Leo got himself a little bit of survivability here, coming back up little by little. IBF, he's still got Death Pack, he's got AMS available. He just tried to see if he can deal with Sabo. That Bloodlust Tempest, oh my god, there's so much damage. There's just so much damage. And he's got himself maybe a bit of mobility. We can just catch up to Leo for just a second. Roots around the corner. That's it with the silence. I don't know what he'll be able to do with that silence, but he's trying to see if he can hold Sabo back. Sabo just in one big go. One good go. Does hit him with a blind trick to follow. Oh, Sabo does claim it. He's not going to go down to these frost deathlights with a wintry goodness. Ain't happening. And Sabo brings it back for his team. Well, like everybody got a chance to play. We got to go again here, boys. We got to go in a moss here. Plush and Cracker, let me know when you boys are ready. We'll just send it. What's up, Conan, my man? I saw Pedro. I'm trying to use you guys' in-game name as best as I can. What's up, Conan? How you doing, man? I know, my God. How many are we at? You know what I meant to do? I meant to reset the clock on these audios. Now I got around to it, man. Really bad at that. Okay, we're ready? We're ready. Go. We go, and then we reform with two new, two that haven't played, okay? So plus, after this, we're gonna do a reshuffle. Double TF duels? Yeah, duels so early? Yo, EU duels, man, we gotta do them early. I thought we were taking a break this weekend. I'm not. I ain't taking a break. If you guys want to take a break, man, now is a good time. Yeah, if you wait until next season, I don't blame you. I'm still gonna host them. We'll see how we do on NA, but I'm not stopping them. I'm just continuing on. New patch, new class changes are in. Now's the time to have fun and demolish before classes get nerfed for seasonal stuff. I hope they don't do too bad of nerfs. I kind of want to see like specs that don't normally play as a meta spec. I want to see non-meta specs meta this season. In dungeons, in raids, in PvP. Everything that's normally not meta, I want to see it compete. That's what I want. Take the specs that are the most popular and just like put them in the corner. Give them a little Rubik's Cube to play with, right? But everything that wasn't meta, I want them to just like take a trophy or two. That's all I want, man. Go Twitch. Okay, I've gave them for crop. Let's go, dude. You can play style absolute trash. I would hope they get better with the patch. It's only worse. Dude, you gave him some big nutty damage though. Mobility is a little rough, but damage definitely is there. And we'll hopefully see some damage out of Leo tonight too, man. I feel like it's going to be a bit of that a learning curve for the playstyle, learning curve for many of your abilities, a little bit of growing pains. It looks like that demon hunter was an absolute pain with Jareem. Hold on a second, Jareem just absolutely trucking down a demon hunter and not even giving Cracker much of a breather, barraging him immediately with even more missiles around the corner. Is that additional damage that I'm seeing? Is that from your familiar? Does that thing do a lot of damage? That they bumped up by 250%. Big chops on the Jareem though. Might be in trouble. Jareem under pressure. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Goes in for invis. Polly reflected back at him with Cracker looking to just break this man in half. A quick block for Jareem though does give him a bit of a breather. He's just watching Cracker. He's just like watching a tiger pace back and forth, and there's just somebody on the other side about to take the gates down, about to be in the same room as the tiger, drinking up for Jareem with a knock at the Cracker. Trying to be a little bit more careful here, man. Trying to see if he can get out of here, man. The winter is insane. I do want to see some more winter plays out of Leah. I want to see how much he can crank with it, man. Not having a stun of remorses, I think does hurt you a little. It is going to be one of those like growing pains, as I guess the word I was looking for. There's going to be some growing pains for stuff like that, right? New talents, new builds, all that things. But I think for Leo, all he needs is like some kind of like a guaranteed stun. So maybe a Strangulate is back in play. Jareem is actually, he does play the Giga Juice version of shields, by the way. So it looks like he is playing a strong version of shields that gives him a massive absorb. But it only is good if somebody actually ends up attacking you during those shields. Otherwise, you don't really have the shields active for a lot of the time. Your health bar is exposed. Has a shield for a quick second, but they're going to be gone in just a moment, right? 5 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds to Jareem. Gotta rethink about how you use the shields. He's gotta start using him as he's about to get in combo with Kragar and use him aggressively. While the shield holds, that's a lot of damage you reduce it, but once it's down, your health bar is exposed. And I think that's not what a lot of mages are used to anymore. Having to use that shield like super aggressively. Or to counter damage as soon as they're going to be up in melee. So it's almost like they want to hold the shield spear around the corner. Looks like it's not enough to catch Jareem. He tried to do it. Into a Blaze Storm, does have the shield absorb a portion of it though. And whenever he does have the shield absorb, he could go for a blink into a massive invis, by the way. That would give him lots of mobility and lots of repositional. Try to see if he can stay away from Kragar. Blink is going to be one chopper. Nova to follow throw is available. He's got himself a bit of that reflect. Jareem trying to be very careful. Doesn't it reflect? He's something back at it. Not really sure what. But that shield, man, it is a massive shield, but it doesn't hold for more than 5 seconds. But it does have some giga good cooldown reduction, though. He does have some very good cooldown reduction on the shield. Evocation interrupted, chopping him down, taking him out. With Windwalker going to be up next, dropping down a port. And is giving Kragar a chance to at least get himself a bit of a reset. I love to see it, man. Love the honor duel. Clashes into him, but a shockwave does disrupt him immediately. Karma to reverse it. Kragar may be looking at potentially an escape here. Fear onto the monk does go for a trinket with a massive slice and wins. Straight up on a plunge from Kragar under a ton of pressure. Got himself a bit of healing roar, but he just knows he's left with not a lot. So he's gonna set a roar into Windwalker. Set him bleeding, so the next guy going into him has at least got an additional bleed to work with. Into a disarm onto Caligorn, does go for a disarm onto Windwalker as well. Parry up is available, does go for a Strobel around the corner. Big spear, massive Blaze Storm, trying to see if you can ramp up the damage. You can't escape the spear at all. That's offensive fury, trying to see if you can parry out the damage, but you can at least overpower through it. Into Election, does have a trick and slice and wins us a lot of damage. He has him in the execute range though. Holy, could made him his game, but Caligorn does take it. Just continue to chop him down. Oh my goodness. So much damage. Plus trying to see if he can give Caligorn as much of an auto as possible. While he is a stealthy, he's not rushing it. He's giving you an opportunity here. Unless Caligorn doesn't play second wind. No, he does. He does. There's just no way of where you would. Plus there's even a synergy with the Colossus and second wind too. So it's like even more of a reason to. Immunities are my ops, can't do anything. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. Cloak of Shadows is instantly full plus though, and the rogues no longer have that Cloak of Shadows that gives you. Oh, that was a good DFA combo. I honestly did not expect for it to go that quickly. I'm not used to some rogues being able to walk in and just global somebody. I feel like it's something that you saw in Shadowlands or previous expansions. Maybe a little bit of Dragonflight, but not as often. It's become more of a rarity. But it looks like they got a bit of that bite back right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was good, right? Big DFA, slam down, entire health bar. God, and you let him heal up too. That was like a full like, hey, here's an opportunity. I was just trying to note there, like Cloak of Shadows, you can't do that evasion thingy anymore as a rogue. So it's good, but like, you know what I mean? It's good, but no longer has that evasion combo. Or Cloak of Shadows gives you physical damage reductions or whatever. Or immunity to physical attacks, I guess. Whatever it was called. It basically gave you like a dodge. But also it removed physical debuffs. I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah, so use that in the opener. But like, it doesn't really do anything against Caligorn. Stun for stun trade. Plus getting knocked out. Does step right into a stun totem, which is unfortunate, but looks like maybe not dotted. So does get himself at least a proper reset out of there with a vanish. Question is, does he have himself the burst? He got Shadow Blades. If he got Flagellation, this could be massive. Sabo is a shaman, so he's got himself wall, but he needs to have a trinket ready for it. Without wall, so if you just walk in, try to see if you can ramp up a little bit of damage, then go for cheap shot after. Just goes in for cheap shot, instant trinket for Sabo. Rogue try to see if he can get himself a proper go. Hex is gonna hit him either way. Does have a trinket for it. Do you have a proper go here? Shadow Blades are active. Question is, do you have the damage? Oh, the rude though. Sabo is trying to see if he can play the rogue like a fiddle. Gouge for a second, cheap shot right after. Try to see if we can build up some more damage into more eviscerates, back-to-back cheap shots. Full wall out for Sabo, and the wind strikes, or just the storm strikes with the doom winds are enough to clobber him down. My goodness, it's just a lot of damage for either one. Leo's looking at Saya. I think they're trying to figure out who's going to be next. I think they'll try to figure that out here really quickly. It looks like Leo's on the back burner. Yeah, it looks like they're sending Saya instead. Saba and Zakhan are the only ones left over for the team one. They have quite a bit to go through here. Paladin and oh no, it is Leo. It is Leo. I think maybe Leo's trying to see if he can get a rematch versus Saba. Last time it didn't work in his favor for sure. Got Saba stunned. Trying to see if he can get himself a proper setup. There's going to be a Remorseless Winter. Everything is available. Does he have himself a proper go here? It looks like he's trying to delay himself a proper go until a little bit later. I think he knows that Saba has himself that big immunity and he's trying to see if he can bait it. Riders are not enough to bait it. Saba's actually doing a good job dealing with riders. Between the stunt totems and the root totems, he's able to actually just not take a lot of damage from any of them until all 4 riders depart. Maybe 1 rider is going to be a little bit of pressure, but not too much compared to all riders. That's a big zaps out of the totem. Massive burst out for Leo, trying to see if he grips Saba back in. The silence is not enough for the man to bury underground. It isn't a spellcast. The guy just busts out a shovel like he's in a scrap heap in Undermine. And just, wait, why does that stunt totem look like it's on top of the tiger's nose? Or tigers. Sharks' nose? I said tiger because of tiger sharks. That's one reasoning. I definitely know my aquatic mammal animals. Is that mammal? I'm not even sure. Some of them are mammals. Aquatic animals versus like non-aquatic. Safari. Wait, no, tigers are not safari, are they? I should just stop talking. Let's stop talking. I majored in IT. I didn't major in animal handling. All right. Saba though, under full advantage here. Leo's the one running for the hills, but will he be able to turn this around? He has some potential full go here they could maybe make happen. Big stun, Saba has a trinket, walls available. They just fight through the wall. You don't have much health to work with. It's gonna be Lich Board, got himself maybe a deathback sounds on Saba. Saba looking to walk out of the snowstorm, taking so much damage. Leo with deathback does take Saba out, and he's just gonna grip Zekon into the tornado. Man almost died in the, oh my God, he almost died in the snowstorm. This guy better count his blessings. He almost, at least he got himself regenerating, so he's got himself a reset here, and it looks like Saya's giving him at least an opportunity for a unhonored duel, not really charging him, but he almost died there to the snowstorm, man. That was amazing. Yeah, having a class that can immune with the underground movement as a shaman scan versus that full DK go, yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. Zakhan does get hit with a stun. Searing Glare to follow. May just be looking at a bubble here, or Spell Warden at the very bare minimum. Does he have Spell Warden? He does not. So Saya's gonna hit with a stun. It's gonna be tricking out of him. Zakhan, I think, potentially with a bubble here, does blind Saya, but he does not have a lot to work with. He needs to lay on hands right now. I'd lay on hands now. You're getting way too low. What the? Okay. Well, I guess Saya just swings by and just hits him with a hammer hit. Oh, everybody got a chance to play. Pretty nice. Everybody literally got 1 kill except for 1 person. I think whoever's lost their first match. I think it was a Demon Hunter. That's a forge. All right, Plush. Let's do the same thing we do. Let's reform the group. 2 people that played 2 fresh blood. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some variety in here. And we'll give you guys all a chance to play because there'll be an opportunity for all of you to join back in. Cracker's also doing the same thing. So if y'all want to join him, reform real quick and all that good jazz. Yeah. Well, I got it saved up and ready to go. I definitely should have cleaned out the audio. That's what I meant to do. Seems like there's a balance between PvP now. Took a break for a while, quite just peeking to catch up what's going on. There is a different balance. I won't say a better one, but definitely a different one. They added a bunch of new PvP talents and twin classes a little bit. I'm sure there's going to be even more like adjustments and whatnot. But yeah. Okay, 1 sec. Okay, because we need the other group with a +5. If y'all want to join us, groups are listed up in LFG Raids Legacy, so you guys are welcome to join us. Johnny, we got Johnny in that group. We got Breezaz, we got ourselves Plush. Plush is a group lead, so he's looking for 2 new people that haven't played tonight. But even if you play tonight and you're not in immediately, you will probably be able to get another chance to play later down the line, yeah? So you guys are more than welcome to join back in. Dude, Onomasa will be good to go. Or actually be good. What's up, Sane? Hope you're doing good, my guy, though. Yeah, they did a bunch of revamps, and some classes are looking pretty naughty, and they're probably going to do a bit of tuning over the next few weeks, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did some tuning. Let's do a Dalaran. Let's do a big map. I want to see how these classes perform in a big map arena. Like that mage, I'm sure being running around in a claustrophobic hook point is a little much, and I'm sure he would like some kind of a better environment. Huh? Why is there an annoying construct in here in Orgrimmar? Is that like a holiday thing, or is it like a toy? Maybe. Maybe. Don't be a quitter. Give me them flashbang. You guys want flashbang on the U? You crazy. You're out of your mind if you want to play flashbang on the U. On an A maybe, but not on the U, man. That would be just cruel. Cruel and unusual punishment. There's literally a US amendment against that, dude. Literally, it's in the Constitution of the United States of America, and as a good old United States citizen and a Boy Scout, I'm pretty sure that would be a war crime for me to do that to you boys. Literally a war crime. The sleepy, they're a little eepy. They need to wake up. No, I'm not about to do war crimes to wake him up. We got Cracker over for the team one, ready to go. Jada joining back in. Huh. Did you just something hit with your hair, Jaina? You don't quite look like a human female wearing an alliance garb, but close enough, right? Close enough. We got Skyron. Oh, the crowd. I haven't seen that helmet in a good second here. We got ASUS Federal going to be first up. Purple Paladin. I love that set. That looks good. And we got Kai back in here as a demonology. Love to see it with what looks like it's going to be Raffle Mage. First up and running as a fire mage. So I'm actually excited about the shield that they have, because they have a shield that reflects all damage. So when they have it up, you might want to be a little careful against hitting a fire mage. But if you can get that shield, look at that shield. If you're attacking it, it does damage back to you. 100% damage reflected while the shield holds. It's actually kind of nuts. He's got himself a bit of combustion, massive damage. Trying to see if he can just kite him around. That combustion is actually doing quite a bit of damage into fireballs just to get himself even more output. Fire Blast Meteor coming down a little bit late though, but does still himself a bit of damage into more shields. Federal is going to have to be very, very careful with the shields, because once they're up, oh, look at to get scorched down. This is going to be a lay on hands. He's got himself a bit of that reset. Raffle Mage with a block. Breath to follow. Does not get a lot of healing. Buzz get hit with a full stun. No blinks. Or just doesn't have a blink. That is cauterized. The man is under a ton of pressure. I don't know what you can do. Does himself shields. And it's going to be able to hold it a little. Federal takes a lot of damage from those shields, but for Raffle, yeah, there's just not much you can do. Those hammers flying. Once he sends them out, there's just not much you can do about it. As he goes in for full regenerate. Who do we have? Is it going to be now next? Is it going to be Leo, Saya, or is it Plush? Plush changing out to Assassination too. I'm actually very interested in how that's going to go as well. That's going to be fun. Leo first. Second one out. I was about to say first. Second one out in the bow. Blind immune to Federal. Does still have Bubble or Spell Warden. So Leo needs to be very, very careful here. Is going to be potentially lots of damage. Federal taking lots of physical damage from those riders. There are more switches out for Leo. Massive burst. Sounds on the Federal. Does go for the bubble. And this is where Leo can't do much. He's kind of just stuck out in the open. All he can do is bunker down. Tank down. Does get hit with the Searing Glare. Gonna miss some of his attacks, but Federal did use a massive cooldown just now. So if Leo can somehow push him over the edge, a couple of good frost strikes, he might just be able to do it. Trying to see if he can get some damage out. Federal backing up out of there. Got himself Hand of Freedom. Looking to escape. Doesn't have a forbearance button for a while here, so I don't think you'll be seeing a Blessing of Protection, Spell Ward, and Wraith like that from him for a second. A little more switch out on Leo. Got himself a bit of the Wraith Walk into a little bit of Dawn Light for Federal. Looks like it's all out pressure out to Leo. Having to go for AMS to stop the bleeding, but also Deathpack just to give him some more help to work with. So for Federal, I think the Spell Warden is going to be massive, because Leo got a lot of magic damage here at the ready. But he's going to have to be very, very careful. Maybe if you pre-silence it, I think you might just have to have a go here. You might just have to have a go. Pre-silence and just go. He just doesn't have a lot of health to work with. That's the problem. First aid, trying to give himself a bit of healing. I think sacrifice a ghoul and got himself full burst here. Blind out of Federal though. With a Shield of Vengeance and Searing Glare, Leo cannot respond to this whatsoever. Unless maybe he's got AMS to maybe live. But yeah, for Leo, that is a lot of damage. But Federal hitting him with a quick blind before a silence goes out. Gives him just that opportunity to get himself a bit of CC while continuing that pressure onto my man Leo. Yeah, so the ability of Prodigy is very hard hitting, but it's kind of a haymaker. It is kind of something that you can like get around with. It's something that's very, very expected. You can see it almost from a mile away. So you can counter it. Let's say saying for Saya to lower down the effectiveness of the first stun. Federal, bopping that spell immunity and try to see if you can punish Saya. Saya does not want to run a bop here or a bubble or anything like that. Or Spell Warden. Try to see if he can just hold his cooldowns and just walk away from Federal. He's got himself lots of recovery there in such a short moment. But now Federal is left with nothing. So for Saya, as long as he can find himself a good situation, good opportunity, he'll be golden. Try not to see if he can get himself juked out by the blind. By Federal is going to be stunned. Stun reversal by Saya. Does blow trigger for it. And Federal probably going to go down here. Saya does end up taking it. I think he knew he needed to trinket there, right? I'm pretty sure he was like, yeah, I definitely need to. Demo Warlock going to be up next with Saya. Going for Blitzing and Sank to make that stun not last nearly as long. Fear spam onto Saya. Does go for the bubble. Kai just needs to live. All Kai needs to do right now is live, get himself a proper full Tyrant go, and Saya might actually be a little bit of trouble. Wake of Ashes could potentially stun all those pets. Does go for a full Tyrant. If you can line it up and stun all those pets, you'll be golden. Axe toss from one of the pets. Kai just barraging it from a distance. Saya backing up out of there completely. All those pets still are on the chase. You got yourself a shield event is blinder to some of those pets, so at least prevent some of the damage. But Kai is playing the demonic playstyle, the Soul Harvester, so that additional demon damage the demon within does do additional damage, like a decent bit of additional damage. So the Demonology Warlock does not have to rely on the pets solely. Lay on hands for Saya does turn things around. Spell Warden still available. Kai in a bit of a weird spot does go for a stun, lands it. Feared to follow on to Saya, got him some more Dreadsuckers, does not have the Tyrant for a while, but it does go for a Warlock Hellstone. And actually we can finally see the new Warlock Hellstones, the Redstones. We can see them, and the fact that it's going on cooldown, so we know they're up every minute. Saya might be under a lot of trouble. Does he Spell Warden? Does he bomb this? I think he might just die here. He got himself Blessing and Sake for the Axos, which is excellent. Blessing of Protection. He's not immune to magic damage. Mortal for his second. Fear does get close to it, but that Fettler could be the end of you. That Fettler barraging could be the end of you. Oh, how do you live this? Oh, you don't live it with Kai taking him out. That is a tough one, because even if you Spell Warden, the physical damage from the Demon Doggos, the Charhound, and the Felguard would be a lot of damage either way. Now trying to see if you can take out Shiro Kai very, very quickly here. Does have enough damage, I think. There's going to be a trinket to break out of the Axels. Got super, super low with the altar. Does put him in a decent spot. Does go for the blink here with a stun out of the stun. Is that a trinket? I think it was a trinket. But at least he's able to get away from Skyron for a second. They're dropping down meteors on the guy. Try to see if he can maybe get those shields to give himself a bit of that survivability. Shield event out for Skyron. Now is kind of just out in the open with his health bar exposed. Does get himself a shield last second. That shield, if anything, at least helps you. It actually reverses a lot of damage back to Skyron. Skyron needs to be very, very careful with that shield, man. It is a lot of damage. And this out for now, just to reduce the damage is taken during the cauterize, but he needs to sit down for food. Skyron needs to be very careful, man. The Reflective Fire Mages is wildly good. It is so, so good. Literally 100% of the damage you take reflected back at the guy. So if they're bursting you down and you have a shield, yeah, all that damage gets reversed back to them. So if you pop Combust and you just insta-cast at them, so they can't even interrupt you, can't stun you, can't anything, that could be a lot of damage. For now, I think that might be what he needs to go for. He might need to get himself Combustion, full shields, and just absolutely unload everything on Skyron. He's gonna go for full Combust. Massive damage! Oh, that collapsing together! Skyron with a full on immunity. No, he doesn't know! Now taking him out very quickly! Oh my goodness, that was so good. That was so, so good. Now he needs to get himself some cooldowns though. He needs to get that cooldown reduction. Jay and the Frosty Mages are looking to lock him down. Now it does have a block, so in case you really need something, you might be okay. Does go for Air Frost. It was a block. He had to do it. Otherwise, he's just going to be over. With Jaina recovering a lot of health very, very quickly. Is he also playing? Yeah, every mage is playing the short shield. It's a Giga shield, but it doesn't last long at all. So your health bar takes a lot of damage. Try to see if you can do that reversal shield back at Jaina though. It's actually was doing a pretty decent bit, but Jaina with their own shielding does help him out a little bit. Their shield is more of a anti-melee shield. It doesn't just see a bit of damage when it pops. So if you can deplete that full Frostmage shield when it pops, I think it does like, it freezes or slows enemies around you and does like a bunch of frost damage. So if you can get it next to now, when the shield is up, you might be in a good spot. or just start spell stealing his shield. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to spell steal each other's shield, just trying to prevent any of that reflect damage. Now it does make an escape out of it. He's got combustion. He probably has a shield here. He technically has a lot of damage here potential. With a full meteor, trying to see if he collapses down onto Jaina. Does not get to. Does blink back in with a couple Pyroblasts back to back. Jaina looking to lock him down with a stun. Ray of Frost does get disrupted. Steel does go for a stun. Trying to see if he can burst him down. Breath last second. Phoenix Flame. Jaina Steel. Oh, I was thinking maybe Mastery Burn was going to take him, but the block prevented it. Though narrowly survives it. Oh my goodness. These dudes are a lot more fast-paced, especially with these mages, man. It's a lot of snap-second decision-making now. Cheap shot by Plush. Try to see if we can take down Jaina. Just a couple of bleeds and should be able to do it. Yep. Being assassination. That bleed damage will eventually execute the target when they're low enough on health. Like when they drop to 10%. So all he needed, a couple of bleeds, walk away, not engage, not get too much damage out. And he's going up versus Krager up next. Krager with a better defensive stance. Colossal Smash into Plush. Does have overpower. Disarm for disarm. Plush has himself... Deathmark? You can deathmark while you're disarmed now? Don't you need daggers for that? Or am I wrong? I guess I'm wrong. Parry up for Kragar. Plus trying to see if he can wail out of here. He does have a vanish. He's going to go for the vanish here. Kragar charging with a blind to follow. Does not go for the trinket. He's going to let the rogue catch a reset. But eyes are available for either side. So if he's careful, does leap in. Warbreaker, everything is available. Spear down, cheap shot by Plunge. Just trying to see if he can buy himself some time. But not cool. Oh, that was so satisfying. Just speared him with the demolish. He has nowhere to go. That was so good. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get this one going. Plush, Krager, let me know when your boys are ready. We'll send you into yet another arena. Dude, that was so crazy. I kind of love how aggressive fire mages can be now. Because, like, now if you're bursting into them, they're just like, shield. Now I'm secure, and you're hurting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Wild. Was ready? All right. We send you guys into a... Let's do a rook. Black rook hold. Bro got locked out. Yeah, with a rogue, yeah, there's nowhere to go. It was it, dude. All Kraken had to do is stand still and demolish, and there's no way for him to escape it. That's where you run a spear. Spear is apparently what warriors are running right now, even on PvE. Mostly because it trucks, or at least makes your damage truck. But yeah, I can see why it's pretty good. Oh, it's pretty good. Class duels are epic skills, yeah. For sure, for sure. For sure. Like it's a mage versus mage, warrior versus warrior, pally versus pally. Yeah, that's a really good. It's fun to see. I do prefer variety, but it's still really fun to see like two of the same class compete against each other. Alrighty, boys. Twitch. Got ourselves Team Saya or Team... No, Plush. Plush is the lead. I gotta give credit where it's due, but Plush. Blade Assassination. We got ourselves now as a Fire Mage. Raffle Mage also is a Fire Mage. Leo and the Frosty Death Knight. Hopefully we'll have a bit of a better matchup, but so far it looks like the class is what up against. Have a counter for his big Frosty play. And Saya, I still like that set. I feel like the goggles, or is it the tusks? I can't tell what part I'm not like a big fan of, but it looks pretty good otherwise. I like it. I think the dark fuse version, like the black and red version, instead of like blue and light blue, I think that will look even sick. I think we would like that a lot. Kragar, not going first. Looks like Skyrim is going to be first versus Plush. I think those two have not dueled each other at all yet, though. Going to be immediate bop with a stun onto Plush with Skyrod. Not give up much of an opportunity to escape. Quick shots for Plush. Got himself a bit of a sippy cup. He's looking to survive until Blessing of Protection is down. Bubble should still arrive for Skyrod. Plush may need to go for either Deathmark by itself or just like a natty kill Kingbane. No, throws both of them together. Takes a lot of damage from the Paladin. Maybe he can go for another Vanish, but no. Skyrim just got him so low, there's just nothing for the Rogue to do at that point. That is tough. Still bleeds are rolling into Skyrim, and maybe now the Mage. Maybe he can just get enough damage in order to force the bleeds. I don't think, oh, not hitting that. Oh! Sorry, I literally just like, I didn't have a second to explain exactly what just happened. But he tried to go for Searing Glare, locked out on Holy, cannot bubble. So I was wondering like, oh, is now going to be able to kill him? That's why we're just like, noises. Loud noises, because I just couldn't vocalize everything that happened there in like 2 seconds. I would just kind of got excited. I wanted to see which one is who's gonna win that, because now it definitely opened himself up a hell of an opportunity, and that was pretty cool to see a Fire Mage just really roll in on that. Federal might be in a bit of a weird spot too. They earn hands, stun until now, does have a trinket, trying to see if he can back up out of there. He goes in for Invis to at least DR some of the damage he's taken. Blind by Federal, but looks like that Invis was full, trying to go for a bit of a Searing Glare. Needs to be very, very careful, because last time Searing Glare was cast in Now's face, he just interrupted it. So you better be very, very careful. Want to make sure you got a full proper CC chain onto Now, so you don't just cast that into his face. It's going to be Poly with Trinket out for Federal. Now shielding up, and Federal better be very, very careful. That's wings, but that damage is going to reflect it back to him, with Now giving himself an opportunity to at least get himself a bit of an escape. Eyes back available in case he ever needs to. It does go for the block. With a Spell Warden for Federal? Hold on. So this guy got a Spell Warden trade for a block. That's actually not the worst for Now. It might still be in a weird spot. Will not be blinded by the Searing Glare. Bubble Cell available for Federal, so he's got himself an immunity. With Now in a situation where he could maybe cut him out. Breath to follow, dropping down a Meteor, Combust and everything is available. Federal maybe looking for a bubble. Shield of it is barely holding strong though. Now got himself lots of healing with an Ultra. Is going to be able to reposition. By the way, they also changed the Ultra. Now is now can be hit by dampening. So that 10% dampening is actually going to affect that Ultra time. Super unfortunate. Major stocks going down into a knockback on the Federal. Just get hit with the hammers. Cauterizes up. Got himself at least shields. Those are pretty fatty shields. And they'll be able to hold up. Able to at least deal with a cauterize really easily. Setting up for some mage foot very, very quickly. He needs another shield. He needs another set of shields for Federal charging him. It's going to be Breath Insta. Poly right after. He's got him some no mobility, so he can at least reposition versus Federal. Meteor available. No combust for a while, so he might be in a weird spot. Got himself a bit of that shielding. Stomp by Federal. Has himself a blink available. And is trying to see if he can play potentially a bit of this monkey in the middle play with Federal. Blind into Searing Glare. Now he's in a situation where he can't really respond. He got Ultra, so he's going to be able to help him reconnect a little bit extra health. Nova down onto the Pally. Into a Meteor. Does get to get out of it with a Hand of Freedom. Shield of it is down. Got himself a bit of that damage. Shifted power out for now. Federal not charging him at all. Though that would be a pretty good time to try to see if he can stop it. That is going to be full regenerating with Now blinking aggressively with a trinket. That blink aggressively could have put him in a bad spot. Federal at no help whatsoever. Big procs out for now though. It doesn't have taken it. He doesn't have any immunity. He doesn't have any way to heal. He's kind of just out of options though. With Kai or Jaina or looks like Kragar gonna be charging out. Does he have Now? No, he doesn't give him a chance for Honor Duel. Just gonna hit him with a Blade Storm instantly. He's gonna try to see if he can back up out of there very, very quickly. Stun right after. And Kragar, as long as he's got himself a decent setup versus Now, if he goes in for the spear, there's nowhere for that man to go. I don't think he can even blink out of it. Yeah, just kind of stuck. All he can do is shield himself. Meteor down. Kragar needs to be very careful with that shield. It's going to be parry up and running. Second shield down for Now. It's a Warbreaker. It's going to reflect a lot of damage back on himself. Those Mortal Strikes are hurting you too, Kragar. You got to be very, very careful. That shield hurts a lot. As his health is dipping down little by little. Doesn't trip him on fire for a second. Nova to follow. Stun into Now. Does get hit with a full Demolish. Oh, but that shield held strong. He killed himself with the Demolish. That spell, that damage reflect shield is kind of nuts though. Hold on a second. That is kind of nuts though. Wait a moment. That shield is so broken. 100% damage reflect while it's up, but it's only up for 5 seconds. And it's like a very, very tanky shield. So if you're playing cooldown reduction shield talents, that would give you some big counter pressure value. But that's pretty. You got to play aggressively with that shield. You got to get up a melee. Like, look, you just walking into Cherno Kai, walking up to Kai the entire time with that shield. When the pets hit the shield, Kai takes the damage from that shield, right? Does he? I don't even know, honestly. 6 seconds on block. Now might be able to get himself a reset here. May need to go for the block, dude. May need to go for that block and get yourself a reset. Got him some shields. I got to watch out those pets, man. He got Axe Toss. Block. There it is. He got himself that breather. It's not a lot of health. It's 26% dampening, so healing is being reduced by quite a bit. Ain't no way it makes it to the pad. Dude, that's what a lot of people are saying. Everybody's saying that only strong talents are just gonna get gutted. They're gonna get nerfed to smithereens, man. Everybody's expecting it. It looks like those pet damage does hurt Kai. Attacking the shield directly definitely hurts him, but it looks like the pet damage does also hurt Kai directly. By the looks of it. I'll need to double check it. Axos, I think now is gone. Yeah, is out of ski. Doom with those pets chasing after you. There's only so much you can do. With 29% dampening, there's only so much you can really get done at this point. Leo charging in. There's going to be a lot of pets surrounding him. If Kai can port out of there, does get a port. Leo stuck in the open. That is the big disadvantage of playing the Frost and DK. If they have an out and you don't have a stun to lock him down, then it's going to be a little bit rough here. Kai does get gripped back in, but towards the tail end of the full burst, a ghoul pops up for a second just to sacrifice itself for Leo. So at least he's able to get himself a bit of health recovery here. Needs a lot in order to catch up in healing, but Kai got plenty of demons spawning back in with an axe toss. Shadow bolts in the ready. Man, once you get your shields into, you're gonna get that extra demon doggo, and you're gonna be spamming those hand cooldowns for demon's bite. Demon's bite? I think it's demon. No, dread bite. I think it's dread bite, but it's gonna be spamming dread bites out of doggas. It's gonna be so cool. Trying to stun around the corner. Leo got himself Lichborn. He does have a big burst available in 12 seconds. The question is, can he live until then? At 35% dampening, there's just not a lot you can heal through. AMS might help you with some of the magic damage. Maybe can kill that Felguard. There's going to be continuous spats summoned up by Kai, though. Dropping down the dome for a second. He's going to have to find a way to cross it. Try to see if he can cross across the middle. He's going to have everything available. Blind onto Kai. Oh, goes in for a trinket. I don't even know if he needed it, as that Doom was enough to take him out. Ralph Mage, second to last one left on team 2. Trying to see if he can have himself a go versus Kai. Polly immediately frost for a bolt. Bulk up Buzz is going to pour it out of there. Try to see if he can reposition Ralph Mage, blinking after him into a kick onto that fear. Almost landed a full fear, but Kai has access to at least a couple of spells, even though he's interrupted on Shadow. Is going to be able to lock down Ralph Mage, summoning up even more demon doggos in. Alter time is available for Awful. He's not going to get a lot of healing though. 40% dampening does impact Ultra. So mage survivability outside of the big shield is rough, man. Definitely rough. With Kai trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a positional adjustment here. Rafa Mage just surrounded by so many demons, having to go for a block. But there's just not a lot of health that he can recover right now. Just a lot of dampener. Just a lot of dampener. So he's in a situation where maybe, and even the shields, like at least they're kind of decent because they're a lot more juice, but at dampening they're a lot weaker. So even if the spell reflect value or damage reflect value is not as good. Caught, that's about all he can do. Just try to see if he can pelt Kai maybe, but that's about all. Yeah, it's just rough, man. Dampening so high, and this is where Kai just turn the things around against everybody. Try to fear Saya, but I think the fear did not connect. Mortal does trick it out of it with a stun. Kai needs to get himself an outski here. He needs to get himself an out. Instead, actually axe toss. Short axe toss though. But he's going to get himself a proper Tyrant. Saya with a Shield of Vengeance. Try to see if he can get the shield popping next to Kai. Kai with a Warlock Hellsing. Just give himself whatever heal he can. Blind on the pets as well as Kai. The Tyrant, I think, is still able to land some damage. All those pets still attack. And Saya with a lane in. He's trying to hold Bubble as his last ability at the very tail end. There goes the Bubble. For Kai, there's no way out of this one. But at least he forced everything out of Saya. So Jaina, if you wanted yourself any chance to defeat Saya, Kai literally forced every forebrand button out of him. All in just the opener. Everything. I think it was what? Bob? Yeah, Bob, Bubble, Lay on Hands, everything was forced. So if you wanted ever a chance to be able to defeat Saya, probably sometimes not an easy one either. Saya is definitely not an easy pally to fight against either. Now is the time though. Now is the time. Try to see if you can get himself some kind of a Frosty setup. Comet Storm does not going to be able to connect though. Unless you get a proper Nova onto him and keep him in place, not going to be able to do it. Does get that Frozen Bomb though. Saya has a range though. So if you can at least get some damage out from range, you might be okay. Ray of Frost doing a bit of that damage. But unless Jaina has someone here right now, Alter, or Viz actually, for a bit of DR. Ice Block to at least not take damage to the face while wings are up. Ring of Frost does not connect. Didn't even connect. I think it's over for Jaina. Yeah, it is tough. It is rough. Yeah, if you had anything there at the end, like if you had yourself a proper lockdown, that would be the way to do it. Now picking up 3, by the way. I want to see that man play some more, dude. I want to see that Major get in these, whether Team Crack or whether Team Plush. Alrighty, Plush, let's do a quick switch over here, man. Let's do a bit of a get some fresh blood in these, yeah. Let's do it. 2 people that played, 2 people that haven't played. Get him up and running here, bud. Let me know when you're ready. Same thing for my man Krager. Let me know when you're ready too. New versus Holy. Holy's a skilled, good player. Definitely. Cheap. Alright, man, this time's unplayable in 1v1. Yeah, it is pretty rough, man. It's a lot of raw damage. But yeah, if they know how to like deal against it, it's tough. is definitely tough. Plus, pretty sure every single mage here, almost maybe every, I saw a couple of you guys running with your 2400 tabards from either this season or previous season. So a lot of these guys are pretty experienced mages. So if you played against any classes, any players with experience, I imagine like you're gonna have a harder time catching them in that the new. What is it? What is it even called, man? What is the challenge even called? It's like there's a different name. I think isn't it like Hunger and Cold or something like that? No, Hunger and Cold. I feel like it's someone else. That is a talent, but I think it's someone else for someone else. Leo. Death's Cold Embrace. Ah, there it is. I knew it was something edgy. I just couldn't remember. Death's Cold Embrace, man. DCE. Wait, it just needs a U in there and it'll be DCEU, man. Alright, Cracker's ready. Plus, let me know when you're ready, my guy, and we'll get it queued. Get you guys queued up and ready to go. Hopefully we'll get them running. If you guys want to join us, more than welcome to, by the way. I don't know if they're listed. They're listed. They need one more. Uno más. Get them in here, boys. Get them in here. Are you just keeping Johnny and Breezeass in your team every time? What is that like? Get two people to play. I mean, I guess you can keep those guys if you want to, but I'd like to see now and there again. You know what I mean? I'd like to see the other mage. I think he barely got to play. I'm bad with names. I forget what his name was. I'm really bad with names. Like insanely bad. What was his name? Raffle Mage. Get that guy in too. I want to see that man play again. And who was in the group in the first one? Oh, even people from Team Krager are also good choice too if you want to grab them. So like Goeris hasn't played, Caligorn played in Krager, but he hasn't played for your team. Those guys are perfectly nice pickup. Got a rogue? Ah, that's cool. That's cool by me. Yeah, more than welcome to, man. If they want to hop on an ult, they're more than welcome to. More than welcome to. Bring him in. Bring them all in. We'll send you guys into a Dalaran sewers. Ready. But yeah, I saw a lot of tier lists of people talking about PvP in the off season. A rat ass, what a name! I like it, dude. I like it. Go Aris on the mage? Yo, okay, dude. If you see Go Aris on the mage, then that's how you know they're good. Or super noobish. You're more than welcome to bring it, man, if you wanna. Anybody and everybody is welcome. But what was I gonna say earlier? I was gonna say something. Crap. I was gonna say something, but I forgot completely. Sometimes it's like, if you forgot it, then it probably wasn't important. But for me, it's usually like, no, it was important. My brain just has like a attention span of a goldfish. Good name for a rogue? What, Radass? Radass is a pretty good name, yeah. Not the worst. I feel like if you're gonna have a character named Radass, which might as well be a rogue, right? Saya available over on team 2. We got us as Leo. We got us as Blush. Greatest name ever. Rat Ass joins in with Fire Talks. Oh, that's Talks on Fire. Hey, let's go. We got ourselves Goeris on the mage as well. Krager first up versus Leo is gonna go for the Death's Embrace. Try to see if he can yoink him in. Grip him back in, but he's not even stuck to the spear. He just waddled. Look at Krager taking so much damage in this winter. Holy, the parry keeping him alive there, though, giving him the DR that he's looking for, picking up a little bit of healing off of Leo as well. He did go in for a spear, he did go in for roar, could not go counter-offensive versus Leo, especially against all that magic damage. Hopefully he has special effect for that. But he's trying to see if he can get his way over to Leo and maybe go for a big Warbreaker into possibly demolish. If he can pull that off, he'll be golden. But he does have like spear and he has himself the roar. Lining up together pretty well, actually, huh? Pretty good line up for both of those two. But he's going to end up leaping out of it first stage to get himself a bit of recovery. Well, as long as he doesn't have any dots, he's going to be able to get a lot of recovery. So it's a bit of a reset between these two, man. With Leo trying to see if he can charge back over. He got himself some damage available again. As long as he has a stun that he can lock Krager down with, he'll be okay. That or Roots. Roots also helps. Stun onto Leo. Krager is still taking so much damage. He does have himself Ignore Pain to try to offset some of the damage to the shield. but it's actually able to heal through this as well. Big damage on Leo, chopping right through him with those mortal strikes. Leo with a bit of the Lynchborn. AMS is available, but that's not going to help you. Nothing magical about this man's damage over here. He just big old choppers. That's all he's got. Try to see if he can get himself a bit of a position. One thing that Leo has is he at least got himself Chain of Ice, but man, the bleed is just rough, man. It's just rough. Hey, we Dylan. What's up, Chris? Hey, my man. Hope you doing good, my guy. Yeah, checking out all the new stuff for 11.1 with Leo starting off very, very strong with some mad damage to Krager, who's having to really respect that storm, that Death's Cold Embrace. Yeah, Death's Cold Embrace. I had to double check it. I think Leo might be down for the count though. Spear, there's nowhere for him to go. Maybe IBF, stun versus Krager, but he's at no health whatsoever. One execute and it's over. Yeah, there's just nothing he can do. Warriors got a really nasty bite to them. The damage they do is kind of nuts. So you really got to respect it. If you're just every melee of a warrior, they're just going to chop you up right now. They bumped up Mortal Strike by 60%. It thought 66, man. It was crazy. And you should see the Boast of Fury too, man. They juiced him. They juiced him all the time in the PTR. It is wild. Krager taking lots of damage from the mage though. Some of the damage is actually damage reflected back to him, so it's actually him hurting himself. Big War Breaker onto fire. He's going to get some shields in order to be able to deal with the damage of this warrior. Does go for the shield. Krager needs to be very, very careful hitting into the mage shield. It is going to reflect damage back to him. Oh, I think that's exactly what happened. I think he hit a really big hit into that shield and it reflected back to him. But it's going to be Metzger. Oh wait, hold on. M-E-K-E-R. Metzger. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Can I call him Mercer? Can I just call him Mercer? That's just a little easier for me, man. Close enough, right? I know it's not his name, but I'm gonna make him Mercer. Mercer with a bit of effect. Fire Attack just got him some shields. Mercer, woo! Again! The man shouldn't do anything. He just gotta pop a shield. He hit the shield very hard and it reflected back to him. It's almost like you hit that shield, you hit your axe, hit the shield, it bounces off the shield, bonk, boom, hits you right in the head, right in the noggin. Holy! Arms where he has very bursty hits. He can chop through a shield so quickly, but the fact that that shield reflects the damage 100, 1-to-1. You hit that shield hard, you bonk yourself hard, man. Yeah, it's like imagine it's like some cartoon like SpongeBob style, like bubble shield that just yoinks the damage back to their face, man. It is wild. Toxie is gonna be. Oh wait, no, Fire Tox and Toxie are different people. Never mind. For some reason I thought it was the same guy. But Toxie L also joins in, taking out the mage very quickly before any shields pop up. Zack reflected. Yeah, exactly. The harder you hit, the harder you hit back. It's not how hard you can get hit. Well, actually, yes, it is. Just make sure you have a shield. Toxie has Assassination Rogue. Try to see if you can get a slow opener versus Saya. Silence with a stun. Trinket to fall for Saya. Wake up Master. Trinket out for Toxie. Gonna take a lot of damage. I picked up by Saya. See if he wants to bop this and chase up to Toxie. He could. He got him on a leash, though. He got the Rogue on a leash for a second there. It is gonna be Dawn Light. He can't escape. Big old Firefly in the man's hair, just can't go anywhere. Blind to follow. Yeah, seriously, I think they made the blind animation more prominent. Look at that. It looks so good. I think that might have been actually an animation change. You know how they change the animation of like the slows, silence, fear, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't think I remember seeing blind looking that good until this batch, man. Feels like, I want to say they did something new, but I can't tell. I want to say they cut their hair, but I'm not quite sure. You know what I mean? And at this point, I'm too scared to ask. Into a Garou, Sayek eating another set of dats. No trinket for this one though, so at least for Toxie, that's an opportunity to have a go. Into a Kingsbane, evasion right after, getting hit with a stun, cheap death available. Searing Glare, Saya is melting down, but Toxie just taking so many hits back to the face. Is gonna go for a quick vantage. Saya picking up the eye, looking to catch up to the Rogue. And looks like the dots for the most part have faded. He's still taking a little bit of bleed damage, but Toxie over there is also taking some dot damage as well. Cheap shot, bop. Toxie looking for an escape. Vanish is available, so you got himself one more out, but the consecration is going to get him out in the open. Another step to try to get away. Meld. Almost got a proper meld there. Cheap shot onto Saya. He's had the bubble still. Disarm for a second, cheat death. Yeah, Sai is just fine. Sai is just fine. Goer is charging at him though, trying to see if he can waddle over to the guy. Rogue the salt, the pet gives away. Bro, well, actually, no. No, the pet does not give him away anymore. It used to be a thing, yeah. It used to be like a pet would give away where you are. But now I think the pet disappears. I don't think they can see the pet. At least they definitely can't see it within itself. So, yeah. Pretty sure you can't see the pet to begin with, actually. Pretty sure only you and your team can see the pet. Maybe. It was I remember there was a thing back in like Cataclysm and it was Pandaria where it's like, oh, make sure you put your pet away. Because Southie was make that mistake constantly. Druids as well. I think it's gonna be Gorez going down here for a second. No block anymore, no cauterize, no nothing. Got himself that invis. Maybe he can get himself a shield to stop some of the damage. Enough for mage for, but at this point I think Saya has him exactly where he wants him. He sees one good hit. That's all he's got. Stun, got himself big AoE. There it is, yeah. Just needed one good one. Caligor needed the last one left over for the team one. You gotta find a way out of this situation, my guy. I don't know how you're gonna do it. You got Saya plus Radass to get through. That's a lot of melee. This is gonna be Spell Warden or Blessing of Sanct immediately out for Saya and Caligor. Just try to see if he can waddle over to Saya. Big spear. Got a Blade Storm in case there's a bubble, and there is a bubble. Parry to follow. Just gonna have to hang out with Saya here for a second. Wants to go for a proper demolish here. I know he does. I know he does. Try to see if he can leap away. Maybe second one to kick in. No, second one down gonna kick in. Stun onto Caligor. Does go for a trinket. Got himself battle stance at the ready with a bit of a spell reflect. Saya knows he doesn't want to reflect a Hodge back at himself at all though, but he knows he wants to get a Dawn Light onto Caligor at some point. Does hit him with a stun. Cannot go for a demolish just yet. He wants to, but he knows he can't go for it just yet. He got himself a bit of damn. Not a lot of health to work with. Actually, very little health to work with. I don't know if you can just wait out for a stun. He needs a heal. Reflect. It's not enough. Yeah. That is tough, man. That is tough. Saya picking up 3. Well done, well done. Red Palace is still very good, apparently. Still very, very good. Holy Saya gained a fan. Pretty sure you did. Pretty sure you did. Let's get us another going. Is this the No, this is we're just gonna go as the same teams into the next one. Let me know when you boys are ready. So both Blush and Saya, let me know when you're good to go. Blush is ready. We'll wait until Krager is ready, and we'll head into the next one. Here we go. And this gives me a second to actually get your breather. I'm a Holy Saya fan though too. There it is, man. Yeah, it looks like Paladins are still going to be doing pretty well in 11.1. Unless they nerf it, which I doubt it, they're going to continue dominating. Plus, they're giving them that tier set where Templar's Verdict can sometimes proc your tier set, where you can just get like a reset on your Templar, and then you can just spam it again and again, and it costs no holy power. That's going to be nuts. Because you're just going to be able to like walk away from the other person and just keep slamming and slamming and slamming at range. It's gonna be wild, man. Shadow is feeling good, but some things hurt a lot. You mean like some classes hit you really hard? Yeah. Or you mean like some of your abilities hurt a lot? I imagine so too. Bro, make you want to play more ret? Bro, if you're not playing a ret, even as an alt right now in War Within, this will be the expansion for it. It seems like they're in a really good spot. I highly doubt they're gonna make ret values bad for any measure. There's a lot of people that play ret. Usually when a lot of people play one class, Blizzard tends to not overnerf that class too hard. They won't keep you like literally rank 1 damage, but they'll keep you in like the top 5 when it comes to most encounters. So they're generally pretty good. Like they're generally good on Mythic Plus. They're not best, but they're really, really good. Like if you have a ret, they're good. A ret is not a detriment to the team. PvP, generally same point. Red's not a detriment, plus they're really good on solos. And raids, reds are pretty good. They usually have specialized stats like Giga AoE or Giga Boss damage, but they're pretty good. You wouldn't call a red bad. Unless like unless the Paladin was like actually bad at the class, but like you wouldn't call red as a class bad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? When you have a lot of people play the same class, you're gonna get like a variety of experiences. But if anything, red is at least really easy to get into. Definitely worth playing. Good switch. Gorey is back in the Shaman. Ooh, I wonder if it's totemic. or one of his Tempest. Looks like maybe a potential Tempest is Radass. Try to see if he can have his own proper go here. Goers with the walls, Rogue busting out the Shadow Blades. Maybe with a flagellation. I don't know if he's got himself like an all-in haymaker go, but does go for an evasion. Blind under Goers, looking for the reset as he sees a wall out for the Chamois. Does still have Ascendant, so he's in a good spot right now. He's still in a good spot. He just got to find a way to live the next go by the Rogue. Question is though, will he be able to? Because that is a big old mark above your head, and the Rogue is trying to see if he can get through that mark very, very quickly. Does go for the quick step. Does get himself a big mark. Could be a big DFA, or maybe just a big eviscerate. He just needs to get full 7 card points spent into that eviscerate, and he'll potentially have a lot of damage. I think he's trying to see if he can get himself that proper go there right now. Once you see that X disappear, the Rogue banked up a big Darkest Night, 100% guaranteed crit for your next eviscerate, and it does like 60% more damage. Yeah, so if you got a big hit like a DFA for 10% more, or just like a big eviscerate in general, it could be a lot of them. Could be a lot of them. Question is, does this Rogue know how to maximize it here though? It might be able to. I'm just waiting for a big 7 comp point eviscerate. That's all he's got. Into a full Sunder. Could be really bad for Rogue. Cloak of Shadows right after. Just trying to see if he can kind of stay next to Goera. Still wants to have him so proper go. Into a kidney shot. Does step back over. Secret technique. Everything is available. Does he have himself a massive hit? I'm still waiting for it. I think he was able to do it, but I don't think it hit as hard as I thought it would. Does get himself at least a shield as he goes in for a Vanish reset. I think Flame Shark's still rolling on Rogue. Does land a kick onto Goers. Maybe this is an opportunity to make some kind of a go. No, another Vanish. Rogue is having to burn through a lot of cooldowns here. Just stay and keep himself alive. And so far, I don't think he's been able to find a good window opportunity to take down Goeris. He had that banked up eviscerate, and I think it hit, but it didn't hit as hard as I thought it would. And Goeris now has a trinket. Walls back up and available. Eyes to see the Rogue exactly in front of him. So the Rogue has to open up. Trinket right after off of that kidney. The Rogue is not going to be able to go for too many long cheap shots. Knockback on the Rogue. Doesn't have a shadow step to reconnect. Dance still not available anymore. And that's going to be full root. Goeris is low on health. So for the Rogue, this could be an opportunity here. Does go for the Trinket. Gouge right after. Maybe just a blind? Might need to use it here. Look at not to. If at all possible. Huh. So Goeris no longer has a trinket, but does have a wall. So now, cooldown wise, he's in a bit of a weird spot, but maybe can make it work. Everyone can see my pet, by the way. I just don't care. Can they? So we were talking about it last match. I'm pretty sure you cannot see the pet. Coxiel. I'm pretty sure you literally the other team cannot unless you're out of stealth. But when you're in stealth, I'm pretty sure they can't. I'm not sure. I'll double check. I remember Blizzard making a blue post about it. Like, yeah, I think they said they're gonna hide pets for stealthy classes so that nobody else could see you just roaming around in stealth. It used to be like an old Cataclysm problem or like a mob problem, but I'm pretty sure they got rid of it. Look at the lightning bolt, by the way. You can barely see it because it happened so fast, but I like the lightning bolt procs out of Goeris though. That looked pretty good. Big secret technique does pre-wall this whole go by the Rogue. Cloak of Shadows for Rat, but the Handsome Shaman has plenty of physical damage to clobber you down. Lots of damage out by the Rogue, but not enough to take down Goeris. He does get him kind of low a couple of times here and there, but for the most part, Goeris is able to hold his own. Messiah charging up right after into a Hand of Freedom. Got himself big Wake of Ashes. Goeris does not really have an answer here. Maybe can ground a Hodge at best. Trying to see if he can stun lock Saya. And he's going to try to see if he can boop him out of the way. Hex to follow. Does land a full Hex. And once he goes for a trinket, he can't. Or can he? I think it's bugging. Pretty sure he did not use a trinket that early. Big ascent out for Goeris. Saya could be out of a lot of trouble. Stun to Goeris. Saya wants to back up out of this Searing Glare. He knows he's going to take a lot of damage. Goeris just needs some survivability and a Wind Strike or two. With the show, Tempest from above the sky. Oh my god. I look scared. Saya does pick up a lot of health though. With some damage out for Goeris, gets himself a fantastic slow into Saya. I think it's an Ice Knife from a distance, right? Ice Strike or Ice Knife? I'm not even sure honestly, but it does do a lot of damage. Goeris getting kind of low though. Trinket is available. I don't know if he has much healing. Draws himself grounding totem, but that's not going to be able to do much against the damage Saya got right now. Saya just needs a couple more hits here. Sunder, he doesn't have a bubble. Lay on hands and Goers unless he's got a heal. Yeah, it is going to be rough. Unless you have a heal, there's just not much you can do in that type of a situation. No longer has the AG, so it's going to be a little bit hard to keep himself alive here. Krager does shock him with a quick Sunder, goes in for damage. And looking for a war breaker. He seems to find a way to lock down Saya in place. There's nothing Saya can do. Parry up for Krager. You just go. He can't even go for demolish. That's a full bubble. Has a shatter. He wants to break it. Is he going to be able to? Try to see if he can break that shatter very quickly. Hodge on the Krager does go for a trinket. Charges back over to Saya. Try to see if he can get ahead of him. Blind to follow with a searing glare. And Krager has to play defensive here for a second. Saya is looking to cut him out as best as possible. Not looking to run away from the guy, just looking to keep him at range so you can just keep mailing him the entire time. But Saya, are you left with nothing? Oh, Bob last second. Oh, man. If only he had some kind of like a one magical hit to break past that Bob. And now he's going to catch up on all that healing. First aid breaking because of Dawnlight. Oh, for Krager, this is not a situation you want to be in. Maybe can time a good Hodge reflect back at Saya. Colossus Smash does connect Hodge onto Krager. And Saya looking to go the wrong range of gameplay here. As Krager picking up a little bit of healing. Just armor to Saya for just a second. He needs to get up and melee with the guy. There's going to be a stun. Another Dawnlight Blazer just to keep himself moving. That is just so much damage building up. Man. You have parry in 16 seconds, so maybe you just play until parry. Rallying cry is available. I don't know if you have a battle message trick yet. Try to go for a reflect. Did not reflect quite the hit that he wanted, which is unfortunate. Ooh, you barely live that. Barely live it. Barely live it. Does get him some battle message with the parry. So he's trying to see if he can. Oh, spear does not connect. That is unfortunate. Stun of Saya does go for the roar. Maybe just keep him in place. Oh, can't really do it. Colossus Smash. You gotta find a way to stun him in place for a second and just go for a demolish. Oh. As he goes in for a fear, Saya apparently picked up some kind of a hit in between of that. That was rough. What I called you last time? Your name is hard to pronounce. I think it said Mercer, right? Mercer. Let's go with Mercer. Trinkets out. Stun right after. Only had a reflect available for that. That is so rough. Saya was about to go for a full searing glare, but see that trinket. He's like, all right, Hodge it is. All right, Hodge it is. But Mercer's not going to take too much dot damage, so he's going to be able to get that second one healing going right now. As we hit in that 7-minute 30-second mark, Dampen is getting kind of up there, boys. Getting kind of up there right now. Saya looking to get himself a bit of the recovery. I don't know if you have Lay on Hands going back up. Try to see if you go chill the minutes. Big demolish on the Saya. Takes a lot of damage. Blakestrom can escape, but holy, hold on a second, Saya. Stun. Oh, is just out of there. Just barely out of reach. Dawnlight, Searing Glare. Mercer can't respond. He can't attack him. He's going to miss a couple of abilities for the next 4 seconds. Charges back in, looking for a big motor strike. Is it going to be enough though? Barry up, but everything is available. This is your chance. Oh, Lay on Hands. And Saya escapes death yet again. With Caligorn looking to end this. This has been going on for far too long. Hit him with a big demolish. Mortal strike splitting the pally in two. Even almost bleeding out on the Tiger's Peak arena. There it is. I just remember for a second, like, which arena am I in? Literally looking for a tiger statue. Leo, try to see if you can, switch it up to build. He's no longer running the big Remorseless Winter Death. But he doesn't have the stun, though, which is unfortunate. Or he doesn't. You can just walk on a spear when you're on a horse? Apparently. Honorless. A little honorless. But, like, with 5V5 1V1 DUELS, you don't necessarily have to be honorable, right? Especially if it's a class that you don't have an advantage against, right? Or you have a hard time winning against. Can't blame anybody, honestly. But for Caligorn now, it's up to him, man. He's laid one, but he's got to go through Leo, Plush, and Fire Tox. That's a lot of players he's got to go through. So the faster he gets to take out Saya and not spend too many cooldowns on him, he might be able to potentially find a way to fight the Leo, and then through the next competitor, and through the next competitor. So now it's really... pressure's on, man. Pressure's on. It's only down to 2 last people on Team 1. It's going to be a little bit tough here. With Leo, got himself a bit of that death pack, looking for a full recovery. Caligorn, not going to have to worry about health at all. For Leo, he's trying to wait until he get himself a proper, good setup before he goes in for big damage here himself. Leap around the corner, stun. Yeah, he's trying to see if he can bait those stuns so you can stay away from them as best as possible. Caligorn does not get hit with a blind. Does Reflect stop the blind? He's going to be able to chop him up here. It is over for the DK. Does go for the stun, but I think the bleeds have him. First aid last second? Yeah, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Caligor does take yet another one. Fire talks. Oh, that's going to be a little bit tough one here. Mages are not easy for warriors right now. Does go for the Warbreaker. Combustion up for fire. This is going to be Caligor and charge it back in. Quick stun into Fire Talk. Spear him down with a big demolish. Lots of damage. Fire Talks with a cauterize. It's a minion block. Caligor immediately shattering it just to take out the mage right here, right now. Defensive stance. Does go for the breath. Into a Comet Storm. Oh, he did one good hit. Fear onto the mage. Caligor needs everything to live here. He got himself a bit of extra health. Battle stance. One good hit. No shield. Oh, shield is up. Shield! The reflected shield taking him out. Everything was okay until that shield came out. I thought that was it, dude. This is it. And the mage just like pop. And you reflect that damage back to yourself. There's nothing you can do. When you already queue up the animation, it's over. Oh man, and Fire Tox is given an opportunity to get a proper opener onto Tox. Tox was not gonna let the mage just like get deleted. He is still gonna take him out, but he's gonna let the mage get the opener. It's kind of really nice of him. Blush second, actually last one left over for the team too. Tox definitely had a bit of a disadvantage with the rogue getting the opener on him. And he's able to put a dots on a guy, but the rupture does not do too much damage. So with Blush, it's another chance to get a reset. Tox does have a trinket. Blind, he actually has everything here minus a shot meld. So he's in a decent spot. Fan of Knives does go for the cheap shot. Blush is the one getting the opener. Tox turning this around as it was the yard though. But for Tox, yeah, there's going to be at least an opportunity to get full dots. You can't cloak on you anymore. He has to go for advantage to get a shield to try to absorb the dots. The blades are still going to eat up the health bar. Hold on a second. Tox, yeah, still has a trinket, so he might be in okay spot. Trinkets is immediately cheap shot back at a Plush. Plush looking for a flagellation, going to be evasion out of Plush on a Toxie. The FA does not connect, it does miss. It does whiff. Cloaker shot is for Toxie out for a second to remove any shadow damage out of for Plush, which is actually not a bad move, I honestly. And Plush is still bleeding out right now, and Toxie's in full stealth. There's nothing Plush can do here. I think he's just dead. I think he's just dead to the dots. Yeah, he just expires to the dots. Yo, Toxie turns this around at the very tail end. Well done, well done. Side picking up 3. Also well done. Hell yeah. Oh man, let's get another one going. This is going to be a reformation, yeah? A remix of the groups. So Plush, let's get 2 people that played, 2 people that haven't played. Get us as a bit of variety, yeah? Let's go again. I need a 370? No, 470, 460 something. Okay, cool. What's up, Jake? How you doing, my guy? No, my Dev a different rogue? Yeah. Many others just are better at cutting words, so let's see them melt quickly. To some degree, yeah. Words can melt anything with a range, so it happens the DK stay at range the most. Yeah, Death Days though, they have to get up in melee, man. It is tough for them. It is definitely rough and tough for them. Not easy at all. During my last few days of notices in a while on my own, I did the 10s, 11s, a false scar, Revenge 100 really easy. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty easy in the next season too. Like season 2, once you get enough gear. I think people are gonna be doing 10s and 11s earlier than usual. Just because these fights and bosses and dungeons don't seem that scary. Alright, Cracker's ready. Looking for a confirmation from Plus to be good to go. How are we looking in the group? Need 2. Need 2. Over for the team Plus will be good to go. Might just have to do 1 new face. Okay. Alrighty. Also set up on your rogue. Gal, gotta learn from you. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be putting up some guides very soon. Already have one for yesterday, I think I uploaded one. Or this morning. And it was a assassination one. And I should be doing outlaw and subtlety here in a bit. Because all the information for rogue should be pretty standard. Like none of the rogue changed too much. I'm on the gear too. Can't wait for scare burst of damage. Oh yeah, dude. Once you get actual good gear, yeah. For real. Alrighty, both teams are ready. Let's get you guys sent into another Nagranda. Isn't today the final day for is today the final day for what am I thinking of? Training post? Do we know what's on the new training post? I know there's a monthly reward, but I don't know if they revealed like the entire article of all the new items. I don't want to see that myself when I get a second. Then we get like a butterfly set for like the helm, shoulders, and belt, which I guess will look kind of nice, but it's kind of aight. I like to do this butterfly stuff and to do like pretty stuff. I kind of want like a badass sets at some point, you know, like a pretty butterfly, beautiful butterfly set. Sure, that'd be pretty funny for like a a day to wear as a meme set. But then I'm kind of hoping we'll get like more variety later down the line. Alrighty, Twitch. Got ourselves Advo over for the team one as a demonology. Going Void Elf now? I guess the mobility on Void Elf is pretty good though, isn't it? Hell yeah, we got now immediately running up as an Arcane Mage this time around, not playing fire this time. I want to see how this is going to work for him. Poly instantly got himself a bit of that altar really early on with a massive Arcane Surge. Immediately changes it after Saya, got himself Arcane Orb flying in all directions, got himself plenty of missile damage. Just trying to get close enough to Saya. Does go for a quick interrupt, knocking him out in the open. More missiles while he's got Saya in the center of the arena. This is a good opportunity for you to get the most amount of damage into the Paladino. If you got any kind of pressure and big barrages, if you got those as well, yeah, that's where you could potentially get a lot of good damage output. Get himself a couple of hits. Looking for a bit of a reset after. Ring of Frost is going to give him a little bit of zonal protection. Stun, have himself a blink. As long as he blinks into a wall, he doesn't really go anywhere. Touches the magic out to Sire right after. Potentially lots of big damage here too. Ultra is available on the other side as well. And now also still has, even though he doesn't have the Fire Mage Reflect Shield, he has himself the Arcane Mage version, which I believe gives you a charge of blink or makes your next blink give you invis. So it gives you a bit of defense. It's a nice like escape tool in a way. Poly trying to go for a kick, does not connect at all, and now got an opportunity to at least cast a bunch of damage into Saya. He's got himself another shield. Saya looking to break past it if at all possible. And I think now when you blink, right, you get invis, or am I wrong about that? Pretty sure. I would have to double check. You got a first aid. He's not gonna be able to get that much healing. Dollar is gonna be hurting a lot. Does have a blink? Oh, he does have a blink. Yeah, he does have invis with the blinks. He does have invisible blink, so that is interesting. Because it could be, you could technically use it aggressively, right? Or you could use it defensively. But it gives you basically like an out, and then you go become invisible, and a bit of GR since you got a greater invis. Massive damage on Saya. Locked him on a holy. Hold on, is that enough damage? I was thinking for a second that could be enough, but apparently not. He locked him out. I did not expect it. Block out for the mage though. Will Saya pressure quite a bit? Did go for a bubble there. Hold on a second. If the mage has enough survivability and more, maybe better yet, damage it, maybe he could just take out Saya? Hold on a moment. Breath. With a poly, try to go for a poly, but a kick on the Saya into root for the mage. Got himself the Arcane Surgeon. Saya's not careful. This could be a ton of damage. Ultra is available for the mage. Spell ward him. Just spell wards it. Nothing now can do about it. All he can do is maybe shield himself and then just ultra and get the hell out of dodge. That was rough, man. That was rough. He just bubbled into Spell Warden right after him. Just not much you can do about it. You only can do Spell Steal his Hand of Freedom. No more block available for now, so the mage under quite a bit of pressure. All he can do right now is try to shield through this damage that Saya's got for him. Breath does connect. Maybe he can get himself a proper go at some point. It's going to be tough, man. Touch of the Magi is available, so maybe just have a raw go without any burst. Just a raw Touch of the Magi. Does get himself ultra to at least reposition a little and get more health, but man's under a ton of pressure. Evocation is available. Did use the Touch of the Magi on Saya, but I don't think he can really commit damage. Yeah, it's over. It is over. Arcane versus Pally used to be like a, you go back and forth between one another pretty regularly, but I don't know if you can do that anymore. And with this man, I have a hard time with his name, so I'm just going to call him Mercer. He's going to try to see if he can chop up Saya. Leonades is available, still chopping right through him. Saya, hold on a second there. That was a lot of damage. Are you good? He went through literally a blender. or I guess the blender came to him, as Mercer trying to see if he can waddle right over them, but Saya keeping his max range available, just looking to run out of that situation, does not want to fight. Mercer, if you can help it, one execute, one chopper, taking him out. Now the laying hands bop and bubble her out. It takes a lot to take down a paladin right now, man. You gotta go through all those forbearance buttons. Plus, playing Assassination Rogue just got full beats into Mercer. He got himself a rally just to give himself more health to work with. But, is this gonna die of the bleeds, though? Well, I'm actually not wondering. Because maybe, right? He's out there teetering kind of on low still. If I just look at your redot him, just waddle out of there. Yeah, rallying cry at some point is going to fall off, and he's just going to be immediately dead. Nothing you can do about it. That is rough. Federal going to be up next, though, or for the team one. Trying to see if he can get him some... Hello? I'm sorry, what? I was going to say for a second. Trying to see if he can res that guy. I think he's just trying to see if he can force Flush out in the open. Flush is going to go for that Shiv. Not potentially big damage out of the guy. Gonna be a Cloak of Shadows, trying to see if we can dodge the Shield of Vengeance. As Federal actually using Dawnlight defensively, he's gonna put one on Blush. Ooh, that final wreck almost got him. Hold on a second. Blush went from like kinda sorta okay and now to just like, oh, not in a great spot at all. What happened? The BM. The BM. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been every single time somebody starts to res. I don't know if it's like they're just trying to bait like a stealthy at them, or if it's like, are they actually about to res, see what happens? Just like, you know what, let's just toss a wrench into this machine. Just see what happens. Make some people freak out here for a second. Basic protection, Flush trying to see if we can bounce out of there. Did end up using cooldowns together with a death mark. So that is unfortunate. That is out of the window. And it's up with no help whatsoever. There's just nothing the Rogue could have done in that situation, man. Not much you could do. Leo on the unholy charging in. Blind on the Federal. Got himself the army of the undead together with the riders. That's a lot of pets available here. And that's the damage on Federal. It's going to summon up even more ghoulies out in the open here. And Federal with a bubble is going to be able to at least lift this damage for a little. But Leo got to make sure those pets attack the guy immediately. Searing Glare, trying to see if he can blind some of these pets. I don't even know if these pets can be blinded. They can't be Wake of Ashes, though, so they do get stunned. Federal, not a lot of health available. Leo with an IBF is going to be a bit of that blind. Trying to see if he can bounce out of there. If at all, is going to get gripped right in with a Strangulate. Not letting go anywhere at all. Hodge does have accumulation for it. And Leo needs a little more damage. Almost had it, but a lay on hands keeping Federal alive. Still trying to tussle with a Paladin. Does he have enough damage is my question. Because both are so low. Deathback may just give him the breakaway that he is looking for. Still continue to claw and tear at the Paladin as best as possible. But the man by the light itself, keeping himself afloat. Dawnlight, Eternal Light, taking out the Death Knight at the very end there, though. My God. Just a single hammer right to the head. That is so rough. With Goers? Uh-oh. 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 Fire Talks, why you over the floor? This man is slipping. He might not got you. I think he's like, yeah, wait, maybe I shouldn't go next. Maybe I shouldn't go next. Yeah, I walk out of the arena, I start slipping around. Yeah, maybe I should just sit back. Maybe I just warm up. Maybe you should go. I think he's trying to figure out who should go next, though. Oh, man. A third regarded advantage would be nice. A third charge on advantage? Yeah. Imagine if they added that, dude. Imagine if they gave him one. That'd be crazy. So Red Palace being a range spec has to be the most frustrating thing ever. They're like a hybrid, right? They are a melee class at the end of the day. There's enough encouragement to get a melee and auto attack the other guy. But there's enough at the same time abilities that have a little like a pseudo range to them, right? Like Templars, Blades of Justice, or Blades of Vengeance, Final Wreck. I mean, that I guess that lends too. And then you also have a bit of that dot damage as a Herald of the Sun, so you can like put a dot on the guy and then walk away, and that dot will continue to burn. Yeah, he definitely does add a little bit extra. It makes it a little bit easier, I think, to play, because it is a melee class. You are encouraged to get a melee, but you don't have to be fully in melee. Like in content like PvP in particular, it gives you that safety net. Plus, I think it also makes it just, you know, where some classes like strictly you gotta get up in melee, it makes it much easier for you to do mechanics and raids and dungeons, while also still being able to do damage. It's just nice. A lot of people gravitate towards that. People like that kind of stuff in general. You know what I mean? Goer's trying to get himself a bit of that healing. Federal just kind of messing around with the Earthy Elemental. And right now it's going to come down to whoever has major cooldowns. For Federal, it is a question of, does he have Lay on Hands? Does he have anything to do with Goer's? Because if he just goes on full Ascend, it's just going to be over. And he's able to pull the Paladin away from a pillar with a Hex to follow. Goer's still taking lots of hits to the cell bar. Federal, if he has a stun lock combo, Goer's does not have a trinket, so this could be really good for the Paladin here. Does go for Ascend, big burst, massive damage. The Paladin is already aware of it immediately. 10 seconds on a bubble. Shield of Evidence might be enough here. Lay on Hands does give survivability. Hodge does get grounded. Goer's got himself lots of potential damage. Lightning flying out of his hands. Bubble is back up and available. If Federal can just use the bubble to keep himself alive and land the kill, Goer's has no health whatsoever. Back it up out of there. And Federal looking to, doesn't even need to be there, just letting the dot tick down on the guy. And versus Fire Talks, as long as he presses the bubble at the right moment, he'll be A-okay. I don't think he wants to go out there and fight him like that. I think he might just want to wait until he's has some proper wings. But he needs to be out there. If he does press a bubble, he needs to have a proper wings and proper go versus Fire Talks. This man's got a lot of potential damage here. Blind into a Searing Glare. Fire could have just trinketed into an intro, by the way. If he did that, Federal would have just been over. Actual would have just been over. Trinket, full burst, drop a meteor on the guy. Wait, is Fire gonna die? He's got an ultra, but it's not gonna heal him for much. Wait, Federal, why he's got a dot on Fire Talks and it just... I think that dot does reflect back from Fire Talks back to Federal. That dawn light. I think that will reflect back. So even if you load him up full of dots, you still could potentially just die to the dot. Or to the shield. And there goes the shield. Federal trying to be very, very careful with that reflectability. Yeah, Wake of Ashes is reflecting back and it's brutal. With Fire having to go for a cauterize here with a block to stop the cauterize. Federal looking for a bit of that healing. Still got a bubble, so he's actually perfectly in a good spot. He's got a bubble Spell Warden as well. So actually, Robert could rotate both of them and just land the kill here. Fire needs to be very, very careful. Needs to land a kick on the Federal. I think that's the only way he's going to win this. That or just get the most amount of burst damage on the guy out of nowhere. He got a medium Spell Warden. You can attack him. Ultra time is available. At least you can reposition. Cannot kick the Searing Glare while he's got magic immunity, which is unfortunate. I don't know. He can still bubble. You have to have a surprising amount of damage out of nowhere. I think that's what he's trying to go for. Element of surprise was not enough, and due it to a Federal landing himself a victory, landing 4 back-to-back. Gotta play it carefully, but a Red Paladin continues to just slam an 11.1 man. It doesn't matter whether all these classes get buffed up. Red Paladin just stays strong either way. Let's get another one going here. Flush is ready. We'll get Cracker once he tells me he's good to go, and we'll get another one going. And the 470 mod, boys. 470 mod. Cracker's ready as well. We'll send you guys into a where do we go? Blade. Oh. We haven't done a Lordaeron in a while. Let's do a Lordaeron, dude. Let's do a Lordaeron, dude. That'll be fun. I think that a responsible needs a good kick in the nuts for which class. Friday to give paladins multiple immunities, full heals, sustain healing type of mad damage. Bro, every paladin is like happy right now. Why would you impede their happiness, Christers? Why would you impede all those happy paladins and just be like, you know what, you can't be happy? Let's see, folks raging. Yeah, that pet does cost a lot of gold, though, doesn't it? Привет, Dalaran, здорово, скиндов. Классного выглядел, спасибо. Веселого стрима и личного настроения. Большое спасибо, дорог. Надеюсь, нравится стрим. Извиняюсь, что стриминг делаю на русском, но надеюсь, нравится все и так. Thank you, my man. Skid the popping and saying hello. Flashbang, imagine, dude. That would be a crime. Can't do it. Which I would feel too bad, man. I feel too bad for the EU homies. Advo, is he getting a chance to play this time around? I don't know. Now with that team, we got Merch, so we got Federal, and this man last time walked in and just absolutely decimated the entire team. And Paladin strong. This man exemplifies it. Leo switching out from the Frost into that Unholy, trying out something different here. He's getting hit with that Dawn Light, dude. That Dawn Light. Oh, he's literally got hit by a dot, and like 30%, 20% of his health is gone just to a dot. It is wild. Summon up the Gargoyle, summon up every single pet in there. Federal taking lots of pressure. He's gonna go for a Leo, and he has full immediate, full recovery. He's gonna have to go for a bubble before his health drops super low. Leo trying to see if he can just dampen the damage while in the bubble. The pet's trying to claw away through the bubble. Spell that Searing Glare. I don't think blinds the pets. Pretty sure the pets cannot get hit. They can get hit by a proper blind, but I don't think they can hit by. I don't think they can get hit by spell Searing Glare. So it is unfortunate for Federal. He doesn't have a bubble anymore either, but Leo at low health whatsoever. AMS keeping him barely alive. I don't know if Leo can maybe back away for a second, maybe just get himself some long range damage, wait out until Death Pact is gone, maybe come back in once AMS is back up and available, or get some CC onto Federal. He's trying to amp up his pet. That is going to get some dots, some damage. Stun into Federal. Does go for the Trinket. Wake of Ash right after into Leo. Trying to get himself that, what is it, Apocalypse? But does get hammered down. Not much you can do about it. Plush charges in immediate stuns. Blessing of protection for Federal. And Plush with the vanish. Try to see if he can get himself an escape. Does get seen. Does get spotted either way. Try to go for a melt. Did not connect at all. Stun by Federal. Could be the Plush if he's not careful. He got himself a sippy cup. Searing Glare interrupted. At this point, Federal is left with nothing. This way, if Plush pushes any kind of pressure, should be able to make something happen. Death Pact. Everything is in. Hold on, he's even got evasion to make sure you can dodge the attacks. Not going for Kingsbane just yet. Separating that for later. When Federal left with nothing, yeah, this man is going to be going down. The team of Plush and Leo just had to jump the guy immediately, man. Warbreaker out for Mercer. Or Colossus Smash rather? Oh no, here's Colossus Smash. Cloak of Shadows for Plush. Does get a King's Bane into Mercer with a cheap shot right after. All the damage rolling on the guy, but Mercer with a big mortal. Nothing he can do about it. That is rough. Fire Talk's up next. Oh my goodness. Got himself a quick invis. Man, be able to waddle over to Mercer. As long as he continues doing some kind of dot damage to the guy, he's not going to have to worry too much about the damage that he's taking. Got him some shields, and Mercer's just going to end up, yeah, reflect the damage back at himself. Presses Blaze Storm, the mage presses shields, and just stands in there. He just stands in a blender, let him reflect the damage back at himself. It is wild. Now as the Arcane Mage charging in. Ultra up for Fire Talk, so you should be okay. Ultra plays in the same spot too, so you can reposition. Now it takes a lot of damage in the opener, though. Lots of damage in the opener. Was that just reflect damage, or was just fires back to back? Does get himself a shield. Fire, not a lot available. Dropping down a meteor, maybe looking for a block. Now I thought the man disappeared because he died, but he just blinked away. Oh my god, these mages. Fire Talks does get himself a reset. Now picking up a bit of healing from the bandages. Got himself a full poly onto Fire with a bit of missiles, trying not to get interrupted. Trying to be very, very careful with a Pyroblast flying at him. Phoenix Flame back to back, and Fire able to get a lot of cooldowns out of now with a block. Trying to go for the heal, but something keeping him in combat, something keeping him constantly taking damage though. Maybe there's some kind of like an arcane E-dot. Actually, there is a talent for like an arcane E-dot, isn't there? Meteor, Combat Storm clashing down onto now might be in a bad spot. Touches the Magi into Fire, looking to barrage him, does it up, just riddling him full of those missiles. Taking him out with Saya and Goeris. Last one's left over for the team one. For now, this is an opportunity here to potentially go for a 3, maybe, or for Saya to claw back that victory past now Cracker and Advo, which I think with how we've seen Paladins play so far and how strong they are, I think it's very, very possible now getting absolutely cleaved down, rotted down with a Dawn Light, able to go for a poly onto Saya, but immediate trinket out of the Paladin, keeping the mage on his toes, trying to go for a kick, does not connect, and actually going to be a missed kick, a juke kick, but for now, there's just not a lot he can do. He's got himself decent shields, but the damage he can do and the mobility to get away from Saya is very, very limited. Got himself more missiles, so unless he got himself like a biggest barrage in the world or a massive touch of the Magi, there's just nothing he can do. Goes in for a trinket, maybe more like Hellstone, but there's just not a lot. Just completely cut down out in the open here. Is it going to be Advo or is it Krager? Krager up next. Man, these two have been doing each other back to back a lot recently, man. Spear down, he's got a Blessing of Protection, can't break it. That is unfortunate. I love how Saya just stood still, seeing the spear, he just like bop as it lands. He's just like, you know what? Perfect counter for that ability. Perfect counter, and he's gonna try playing for like more of a kiting kind of a gameplay. Charge out of Krager, but Saya, look at him. He's got himself a bit of that range damage, not staying in melee with Krager at all. He doesn't need those auto attacks. And he sees a little bit of range, a little bit of the holy power building from afar. That's all he's looking for. He's got himself wings down, like walking up in melee. Krager needs to find a way to lock him down and get a proper demolish in at some point to really force cooldowns out of Saya. But with that Searing Glare, he can't even respond right now. Finally up in melee. All he can do is pick up a quick heal from Saya with an impending victory, which still heals you even if it misses. Big demolish, Saya with a shield of vengeance last second. That would have been a huge hit there though. That would have been a massive, massive hit. Saya with a lay on hands as Krager closes the gap. Fear to follow. But Saya does not have a trinket for this one, but he shouldn't need it here. He should be able to close the gap here pretty quickly. One hammer. Krager picking up a lot of health there with a pending, plus also Warlike Hellstone. Able to recover a little bit here with a disarm onto Saya, who still has access to a bubble at the very bare minimum. So for Krager, he's gonna really... What can he do in this situation? I guess he needs to find a way to hodge Saya back. That, or better yet, interrupt him on like a holy cast. That's like the only thing he can really do. Let's try to see if he can land an interrupt on him. Stunner to Saya, does go for a trinket. Krager, or he needs to have the biggest hit, so Saya can't even expect it. Does spear him. There's going to be battle sense available. Maybe big hit. Bubble out right now immediately. Krager having to go back to defensive stance. And I think for Saya just needs a couple more globals to take out Krager. Yeah, there's just not much you can really do in that situation. Just slamming it. Can kite him around, man. Melee in name only. With that Felguard. Might be putting up a bit of pressure here though with that Charhound as well. Averages is a couple of these spats and that should be enough to melt through a Shield of Vengeance. And Saya's up with no more immunities. Unless you get a lay on hands. Yeah, no, I don't think he's got anything. So Ad was able to take him. Goer's the last one left over for the team too. This is one chance to try to potentially take out Advo. Those spats are definitely going to be a bit of a pain. Axe toss, the mortal coils, you got fears. This could definitely be a ton of pressure. Going in for Bloodlust, trying to go for a stun to Advo. It's going to be a, it looks like a ground totem for a second, but wasn't. Root onto Advo. I don't know if he's got a tremor. Trinkets instead. Knocking Advo back a little. He's got himself Demon Doggers charging in. Quick kick right after. Got himself a hand of Goldans. This is going to be Axe Toss onto Goer. Shadow Bowl's back up for Advo. Just building up a little bit of pressure. Full ascendance out for Goer. Is going to land himself line of sight immediately. Goer needs to line of sight of Advo for a couple of wind strikes and he should be able to take it. But Advo is not giving him the opportunity at all. He just constantly hit him with a Curse of Exhaustion. Forcing him to go so if he wants to stay next to him. Mortical and just barraging him down. Running him down with the entire army of demons. Tremor down for, I think it's a tremor down for a second. And Adwo has plenty of health to work with here. He just needs a little bit more damn. Hex Alpha Guerreros doesn't even get to it in a full Axe Toss instead. Just needs a couple more globals and I think it's over. Reflected the Hex back to him. Oh my goodness. That Reflect Hex. That was so good. I'm losing my voice actually. But that was so good. Oh my goodness. Let's get ourselves another one going here, boys, yeah? Uno mas, uno mas. Well done. That game was all over the place, man. Bunch of stuff happened. But I loved it either way. I am definitely losing my voice though. Alright, Plush, I think he says is ready. Beautiful. Let's see if Krager's ready. I think Krager might have one more in him. Unless that was the last one. IK, they made a Shadow Priest. I hope you enjoyed Wes. Shadow Priest are pretty cool. I like him. Gotta go, was fun down. Same. Thank you so much for coming by, man. Appreciate you. That shield. Yeah, exactly. But a real double T situation. So Kuruta. I don't know. Krager said already. Beautiful. Send you guys into a Blade's Edge, I think. We'll give you guys a proper Blade's Edge. Apparently they fixed Blade's Edge. So we'll see if they fix like the textures or whatever. But apparently the map is no longer doing like a buggy thing that it was doing. You might be seeing it in your solos in the future. Coming to the solos near you. Every time I fight one, it feels like, man, that's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think you will like the whole, like if you can get the pattern for the entire rift thing behind the wall, right? Send a couple of instas and then just mostly just hide chill. You can get a lot of damage out that way. It's really, really strong. But you also have like the insanities too. It's a lot of like juking, but if you can get past the kicks, it's really cool. And the CC chains you can do in that thing on your own, like with the fear, stun, silence. pretty solid. It's very, very solid. So it's a good team play class as well, on paper. Not easy though, I don't think. Good switch. Got ourselves team 1 together with a Demon Hunter. Rest in Hell. Rest in Hell is back? Oh! Oh my goodness, how are you doing, beauty? Got ourselves Adam, we got ourselves Grave for you with Pagar and Caligor gonna be first up with Goeris versus him. Got himself a Earth Elemental instantly. Caligor looking to War Break past Goeris is gonna get sent flying. Leap to reconnect, stun right after. Does see himself the big go. Blade Storm, he doesn't have any more knockbacks, so he's actually okay. Goeris got himself the cast wall immunity for a little bit, wall as well, and everything available. So Caligor just gotta find a way to get near Goeris. Does get rooted to separate the two. Oh man, the texture's still broken. I think they fixed them a little. They're still pretty broken, but they fixed them a little. They used to be like that entire. I'll show you in a second when I get over there. Once somebody goes down, I can get the free flow cam. But it's gonna be charged out for Caligor and this so much to Goeris, but he goes for Trinket. Both are getting kind of low, especially Caligor in particular, but he still has those big chop of mortal strikes, so a single one of those could really turn things around. Big demolish over the charge. Goeris takes a huge hit. Knocking up Caligor for a second. Doesn't have much to follow up though. He's got Alien Blast, but he's mostly playing defensive. Look at the mortals, dude. Look at the mortals. Goeris, what are you doing in this situation? Roots him, trying to go for heals. Spear down, reflected. They can't go anywhere. You're stuck. You're stuck. Wait, no, banner. Oh, spear down. He's one more hit. One more hit. Does he have it? Oh. One more hit. Is what an arms warrior needs. Just one more, baby. Let me land one. Let me plant one on your noggin. That's all they need. Fear on all these pets. We're Caligor trying to see if he can back up onto the Blaze Storm so he doesn't get ripped. Wait, or was it a Reflect? I think it was a Reflect, because I'm pretty sure Blaze Storm can get gripped, but that Reflect stopped it. Stormbolt onto Leo for a second. Does go for the Colossus smash, but he just doesn't have much health. I think it's when the Death Knight does take it. Just a couple of clawing shadows while the man can't catch up and can't really heal. That is apply to a warrior. He did really good for the first match, but doing back-to-back matches like that, especially against the Death Knight, not easy. Not easy. For the army of undeads around you, not easy at all. Unless you can get yourself like a proper breather, proper second wind healing, something like that. Axe toss onto Liu immediately with a mortal coil. Reflect out for Advance, so it's not like Liu could really interrupt. And that's going to be all those demons collapsing on him. Axe toss again. And he just has nowhere else to go. He's got himself Defile back there for maybe slowing some of those demons, just trying to waddle away from them. Advance gives himself a better position. Tyrant looking to get a couple pot shots. The Tyrant itself is not even the most scariest either. Ava does get that demon within attacking Leo too, as he gets those procs that he's looking for. Blinded to Advo for a second. Leo just trying to see if he can tank up, get whatever heals he can, and do some damage to Adva. Not easy. Dome down, looking for a bit of the healing, looking for a kick, does not connect though. Axe toss, Handigal dons, charging. Oh yeah, just crushes him. With those meteors back to back, Messiah gonna be up next. Advo looking for a quick port. He's gotta use every bit of mobility he can to stay away from Saya. Reflect up really early. Mortal Coil to follow. Looking for a fear, landing that fear. Saya shrinking it. Oh no! Okay, well Saya still has immunities, but not fear, and now you can spam fear him. Definitely gonna make things a little bit tougher. Advo does go for the wall. Full Tyrant in play. Almost got a full Tyrant. Oh wait, no, he did. He did get a full Tyrant. So Saya is still gonna be under a lot of pressure. That's a lot of demons on him. Full stun onto Advo, but his health is just going down. Saya with a Blessing of Protection. Oh man, the magic damage you can still do to him is a lot though. It is a lot. Could go for a fear spam. Does have the gate to at least separate. And Saya left with maybe lay on hands, bubble available, but those demons, man, they're not feeling good at all. There's still a Fell Lord join into, trying to see if he can wake up Ashes everything. Oh dude, the Lords are in! The Lords of the Fallen are in! What the hell? If those guys get a good angle, oh, Saya is so cooked. If those guys get an angle, they have the angle. At least one of them does. I don't know where the other one went. Other one went home. Axe toss onto Saya. She got some shield defenders. Port right after Saya just to catch up to Adwa and end this right now or it's over. Lay on hands. Last bastion of glory for him is a lay. Looking for a kick. Landing a quick interrupt. Does land a kick into a fear right after. Doesn't last long. The Laka does not last long at all. Demonic Tyrant is in. Axe toss was used. Adwa needs mobility. Needs to live a little longer. Saya could end this. Saya does bring it back though. It does end it. Oh my goodness. That was so rough. Grave for you. Let's put all these boys in the grave, man. Let's take him out really quickly. Quick trinket. Saya, I don't think stands a chance here, man. One in the grave. Second in the grave. Big wind strikes. Look at those things. Oh, fire. Immediately cauterizing. Immediate block. This man is actually just meaning business. He's like, I'm gonna put you in the grave, dude. I didn't pick my name just for funsies. This is just my job. I'm just doing my job here, man. I'm just doing my job. Quick, lasso onto fire. We got himself a trinket. Meteor down. Combusted already. Got himself a shield. Gray better be very careful with those shields. Does pick up a shield of his own, though. And a wall. And a rogue is the lasso left versus him as we head in that 6-minute marker. Rouges the rogue immediately before he can even have a go, and hits him with a flame shock. Does not want to give Plush a chance whatsoever. I'm just gonna try to see if he can get himself an angle around the corner. He does go for the underground, knocking him up for a second. And look at this waddle away. Knocked back, no more steps. Goes in for another vanish. Oh, it does put him out in the open with another root. Oh, got himself a bit of the bloodlust. Hold on. He's ready just to bloodlust the man down. Let's see, full death pack. Gonna take a little bit of damage. Shadows was used, I think, with evasion as well. Greg does not have a lot to heal himself right now. Does have mobility, can go for healing surges. Dampening not super high, so you can actually get a bit of recovery. Bleeds are hurting, but that was a death mark out of the rogue. So at the very least, he's got that. Look at like he's recovering. Look at those healing stream totems actually doing work. The roots the rogue out in the open. At best he can do right now is just kite the rogue and stay away. Got himself that surgeon totem on top of it too, so I think he's gonna hurt if he ever gets next to him. One thing the Grave needs to be careful about is the next kidney shot, because that thing is gonna be brutal. He needs to have a positional to be able to knock the rogue back and prevent his goes immediately. That's all he can really do in this situation, is just stay away from the rogue as best as possible. As the flame shot keeping him out in the open, so he's in a good spot right now. We're hitting that 7-minute mark here, trying to see if he can move the totem. Does not connect with the rogue. Sap does connect though. You have a trinket back up. So at the very least, you got something to work with. Can trinket this. Does trinket. Dropping down the totem next to him. Has full ascent. Big burst available. Big ascent. Stun totem on rogue. There's nothing he can do. Sunder. Oh! There's nothing he can do! This man is absolute chaos incarnate. Ooh, baby. Oh my goodness. That was a lot of damage. I actually did a lot of healing too. Not even the most damage. I haven't had the most overall, but that man... Well done. Dude, Grave is gotta be one of my favorite enhancement shamans out there, man. Between NA and EU, that guy gotta be one of my favorites. I feel like every time this guy comes in, he pops off. And I felt like that was really well, because he was like no health. He was like, okay, this is just an end. This rogue, if he catches you in a bad spot, unless you play perfectly, it's over. But that lockdown stun, Sunder stun, there's just nothing you can do. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Cracker is ready. We can do one more. Blush, let me know when you're ready. We can do one more. Uno mas. Get the boys in here. Get him another one going, boys. We'll go as long as Cracker wants to keep throwing out matches. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ready, bud? Need one. Listed. If you guys want to join them, they're listed up in... Oh, wait. Listed up in LFG real quick. Listed up in LFG, my man. And we'll be good to go. But if you guys want to join, we got the good. Plus is looking for a +1. If you haven't played tonight, now's your time to play. Anybody and everybody's welcome. It's looking to get more of you guys in here. Here we are. Listed under Molten Core. They already immediately got one. So here we are. Alrighty. Put you guys into a... I don't even know what arena. I feel like we've done them all, right? Another Nagrand, maybe? Another Nagrand. Nagrand is like the most even map for duels. Like the bridge can sometimes make like a, you know, there's a weird... I feel like every time we got Grave, by the way, I feel like he always played during the Blade's Edge. I feel like every time that man played during the Blade's Edge. Only. Because he had him at least like 3 times. I think this is the 3rd time on the duels. But I think every time we had him, he played Blade's Edge. Every one of them. And he dominated over one. Alrighty, boys. Last one. Most likely last one for the night. No confirmation, but most likely last one. Yeah. Because Krager normally would tell me like, yeah, I'm Dunsky. Krager normally tells me, yeah, one more. He's like, hey, this next one is going to be my last one. but he hasn't said anything like that yet. But I wouldn't be surprised because it's getting late in argue over in the Russian, the Slavic region, the Slavic boys. Which. Got ourselves Guerrero for the team tour, ready to go. We got us a Saya, we got us as Leo. Oh, Plush, we got us as Leo, and we got us as Grim XQ. You know what? I like the kind of set. I like the helm too. I noticed the helm actually has the mouth closed for male characters, or like you don't see a face for male characters, but for female characters you can see the face through the maw, and it's actually kind of neat looking. Kind of like it. Full immunity out for Rest in Hell, plus with the Cloak of Shadows just in case the Demon Hunter was going to do anything. And he's just at least immune in some of the dot damage, but he's going to have to use something in order to live this. I beam right after, catching up to Plush to see how the big damage. Big Cleave is available. Death Sweep does not quite connect. Almost catches up to the Rogue Dome. Almost. Rest in Hell. Are you Eldraki or what are you? I can't even tell what you are. Throwing out a glaive has got himself a bit. I think he is Eldraki actually. Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, that purple glaive that he throws, that's Eldraki. Plenty of damage. Technically, lots of damage output that you can do. Blind onto Rest in Hell. But he should be able to see Plush. Now that you can use your Spectral Sight. Oh, Special Eyes! Taking him out. Is it going to be Grim next? Oh, it's going to be Saya. Let's try to see if we can give each other boys an honor duel if possible, yeah? Oh, flying up in the air. Saya with the Blessing of Saint. You just knows it's going to be okay. He's still taking a little bit of damage though, so maybe for us in Hell, this is like one of the harder hitting abilities. It does actually hit for quite a bit. For us in Hell, I think he might just have to have a hit and run goes. Does get himself a proper stone onto Saya. Oh, Searing Glare, nothing you can do about it. Shadow Meld needs a heal. Oh, nothing you can do. Darkness was dropped, but Darkness did not help. That was tough, man. A Demon Hunter versus a Paladin, not an easy matchup. Far from it, in fact. Caligorn looks like he's going to be up next versus a Paladino. That's a bit of a tough matchup as well. I think all you can do is lock him down and try to see if you can ever so proper go early on. Just try to go for a Mortal Strike there. Saya's taking a bit of damage. The best thing Caligorn could also do is if he's in a charge range, spear down onto Saya. Oh, what was that hit? I'm sorry, what? He got a big shattering throw, leap, fear. What was that hit? I am sorry, what? Chad, do you see it? Big demolish. Oh, didn't even give a second to bubble it. Saya didn't even expect it. He sent a global into someone else. I'm sorry. What was that Blade Storm? No, seriously, that Blade Storm. Saya was like, fine health, 20%. I need to go back and look at that. That was absurd. Leo getting hit with a disarm as Caligorn tried to see if he can fight past the army of the undead. At some point, you might want to leap away, just run away from them. If you can slow him down, that'd be great. Or instead, you're just going to keep crushing the health bar of Leo. Just break past him with a Colossus Mash. Leo with a bit of a Lichborn. Summon up even more undeads. Caligorn's health getting super duper low. Got himself a bit of a rallying cry. Leo with an IBL. Just get hit with a stun as soon as IBL falls through. Lichborn to help him dampen some of the damage taken. But one more big Mortal Strike or even Execute just does it. Okay. Alright. Caligorn figured something out apparently. Full dots are rimmed by Grim. It is a subtlety road. Kidney shot, very DR. Cheap shot. Actually, no, not DR. Not DR. It was something else. I guess it was short. Or maybe that's just a normal kidney. I'm just not used to it. I do cheap shot a lot as Outlaw. I don't kidney shot that often. I use a cheap shot. Because that catch resets, vanishes constantly. That's a little different. Maybe I'm just confused. Grim did not have to invest a lot of cooldowns into Caligorn though. Like, there was still Shadow Blades and everything available. Caligorn with the Blaze Storm. I am worried about the Blaze Storm. Last time he Blaze Storm on a guy, it hit so hard. And Grim is sitting at less than half health in a bit of a setup. Kidney shot. Caligorn, I think, is down. Hold on a second. Does go down, and Grim does take it. The Scary Warrior goes down. Ooh, with that, we're going to be up next as the Demonology Warlock. I like his whole setup, by the way. I like how you have, like, it's almost like a... Not even like a WoW. It's like almost futuristic. You got some bandoliers, backpiece, the pants and the shirt. Almost like Shadowheart. Hold on. It's almost like, does this not look like Shadowheart's like camp attire? Is it me? This looks kind of like Shadowheart's camp attire. Maybe not the boots, but it's almost like, it definitely doesn't really look like WoW. It looks like it's out of another game entirely. Not bad at all. The Batman can't hurt us anymore. Yeah, the Warrior cannot hurt us anymore. Grim made sure of it. Was a trinket out for Grim, though. With a trinket out of Adwo as well, he's picking up the eye. He should be able to send the demons back at Grim. They know exactly where he's hiding. You should be able to maybe sap. No, I was gonna say maybe sap one of the pets, but both Felguards from around the sides. I mean, look at the damage those things are doing. You have to pop evasion. You still get a hit in the back, but you have to pop evasion just to dodge them. Look at those hits. If those guys get the damage through, plus Adva gets that Demon Bolt in between of that, it is a lot of damage. Big secret technique, but it is going to be Axe Toss turned around. Grim with the Cloak of Shadows does go for advantage, looking for a bit of a reset. The pets are still almost chasing after him, like as if they still knew. And eyes are down for either side. Adva does get himself lots of pets, lots of procs too. He's got himself that little animation where you know he's got a big old Demon Bolt ready to go. As Grim goes in with a quick Saparoo. Pet on the other side is going to get Axe Toss. It's going to get Axe Toss. That's going to be rough. Death, Dark Pack keeping Adva plenty alive. The Axe Toss, as soon as he gets to turn around with a Mortal Call right after. Nothing a rogue can do in that situation. I think he played that as well as he could, honestly. Goeris up next. Got him some full slows. Big potential damage versus Adva, but he's just having to turn around and attack the Felguard immediately. For Adva, he's going to have to summon a fresh new pet. He is going to have to immediately summon a fresh new one. There's only so much he can do in that situation. Maybe turn around, keep attacking the Felguard, and maybe eliminate it completely. Because if you could do it quick enough, you could do a lot here. Adva does use his Void of Racial. I don't know if he got to use it like to port, or if he's already used it already. I guess he already did. Goer's getting kind of low though. He still has a trinket, still got a wall, so he's okay. Adva picking up a lot of health with the Warlock Hellstone. Sunder for a second, Goeris with the Ellie Blast. Does get locked down with an Axe Toss. Trinket was used, but now there goes the Mortal Call for your combo. And Adva's in a position where you just keep summoning up these ghoulies, these monsters, these demons, while still adding a bit of extra control towards Goeris. And he's got himself plenty of defenses to work with. Goeris taking hits after hits, however. Wall was used, no more Trinket. Might be in a bad spot, and Adva does take it. Well done. Well done, well done. Did he get two? He got two. I want to see what Caligor's damage was there. That Blade Storm and a couple of Mortal Strikes looked a little sus. Oh my goodness. Oh man. When I said arms where it hits very hard, that's what they meant, huh? Okay, I get it. Because it was straight up, must have been like, what, Blaze Storm that's unhinged, right? Where you Mortal Strike while you Blaze Storm in. Does he also get like damage buff with that too? Is there like a talent for that? Hit me for 4 million Mortal Strike last game. Jesus Christ. Okay, so yeah, so Arms Warriors ate the Wheaties suit for the season. I was thinking today, but I don't think that damage is going to go anywhere anytime soon. Unless Blizzard hits us with a surprise, which is very, very possible. Let's see if Krager is down or if he's out for the night. I think he's still trying to put a group together. I think Krager wants to keep playing. We done? Last one. Last one. If you are ready. We can do last one. Krager is down for last one. Is he ready? Is he Krager ready? Last one from me. Okay. Where's left? One. Okay, we need little mods, boys. One more. List it. List it really quickly. List it up real quick. Cream. Demo. Yeah, demo pretty good, honestly. Yeah, man, I wish I had the hands to play in hands. Yeah, it's a lot of buttons, man. Definitely a lot of buttons. I need one more for Team Plush. So if y'all want to play with their team, they're looking for one. If you haven't played tonight, that would be your best time to join up, man. Best time to join up, give it a shot. Hell yeah. Yeah, enhance is a lot of buttons, that's for sure, but it's not that bad. Like, it looks like it's bad, but it's really not that bad. Trust. Trust. They did try to make it a little bit simpler. It still is a little simple. I don't know. It's not quite like a Beastmaster Hunter or a Frost Death Knight or Red Pally. Like, they're the classes with the least amount of buttons that you need to play it, like, pretty well. I guess not counting defenses and utility stuff, because like more rotational buttons. It definitely does have a lot going on though. Little mini cooldowns, lots of Maelstrom builders. They're trying to keep it simple without homogenizing the playstyle too much. But I think you'll like it. I think you'd like it if you give it another shot. This is the version I'd give it a try to, if anything. And you can play the Totem build if you want to play Totem, and that does a lot of damage for you, so all you got to do is just play for procs. Or you play Tempest and just spam Maelstrom and hit him really, really hard. That one has a bit of a setup to it, but not too bad. Not too bad. We need one more, boys, and we'll get another one done for the night. If we can get one. If we can get one. Or maybe I should see if anybody's online. This Cracker is in a group. I can't. Get him to join. Randall. Where is that one? Require, he's doing stuff, it looks like. Guerrero's left, but I think he might have joined Krager's group. I know there's another guy somewhere. I forget who it was.
We are not alone. They are among us.
Panda Mage, but I'm like really bad with names. Insanely bad with names.
But this activity is capturing the attention.
Hey, lose it? Hope Lucy loses tomorrow. When you're doing the Moz boys, who else to invite? Johnny's in already. Occasion, I think he's doing this whole thing. Holy Pyre? He's doing straight with some stuff. Oh, you guys got 5? Awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Alright, ready? Okay, we can go. He just said go. We'll go into, I don't know, chat. What do we do? What have we not done at this point? We've done them all, right? Let's do another hook point. Let's do another hook. Send you guys back into the hook. Second, redeem myself. Not call a tiger. Not call a shark a tiger. Immediately made the mistake. I think my brain ain't working today, dude. My brain fried like an egg. Alrighty. I think I'm just hungry, man. I think I'm just hungry. I'm gonna get myself food after this. I'll get myself video stuff done after this. I got a big project. I only got my chance at a mount today. I might try to see if I can get a second one. But that grind doing the scrap stuff is boring, man. I can't. You can literally be doing it for an hour and no mount will spawn. It is brutal. I kind of hate it, honestly. I'm hoping to make that mount like more likely to, or rare, more likely to spawn, because the mount chance drop rate is super abysmally low anyway. It was one thing if maybe we had a higher chance to get it. But mount, it's like a goblin jetpack flying machine, but it's golden. And it's from this rare that spawns when you scrap it, like a golden elemental. He's a very low spawn rate and a very low drop rate on the mount, like incredibly low. I've been trying at him, but it's rough, man. Good twitch. Got ourselves Cracker first up, or for the team one immediately going up versus Federal. Trying to see if we can chop them up real quick. Got himself like defensive stance for that. We're seeing Federal not going for the Hodge as he gotta go for a spear. Not letting him go anywhere. Blind on the Cracker with the steering glare kicks it. I think it might be over for Federal. Oh, what a good hit. Oh, Leon his last second. When you interrupted him on Holy, they can't bubble. That's where you need to just unleash the most amount of damage. I honestly think just a full-on demolish might have been the play there at that point. But he did get a pretty big cooldown on a Federal. And Cracker did not even have to trinket for the kick, so he got himself a free kick. Interrupted him. Oh, another kick. Is this where you just go? Colossus Smash, stun, big damage, big demolish. Oh, taking him out. Wouldn't even give a Paladin a chance to bubble. That is what we love to see out of our warriors. You gotta land those kicks, baby. Gotta land those kicks. Leo literally walked up to Kragar, dumped a bunch of Defile on the floor, made an oopsie on the floor, summoned up a bunch of ghouls and undead, and ran away. There he goes again. There he goes again. He made another oopsie on the floor and just walking away. Is Defile the flame for Unholy now? The animation for Unholy, the Defile, I mean, it just like, it just sludge on the floor. Looks so good. Demolish? Oh no, he just walked out of it. That's rough. Yeah, the fact that Demolish, man, you can start channeling it, but if something walks away from you, that is so tilting, even for PvE content, man. It's pretty annoying. Yeah, just walking through that swamp over there. Ooh, reflected a stun back at Leo though. Oh, I think Leo might just be in a bit of trouble. Unless he's got something. Yeah, summon up the army of the dead. But he's got chopped up. Warriors, man. If you ever let him get a mortal strike on you, it's over. With Holy Sire gonna be up next? Oh man. I was hoping we'd send some rogues in on him. Because why haven't forced Krager to fight against all these paladins? I mean, it definitely could put anybody in a bad mood, man. Honestly. This is going to be Saya trying to see if he can get himself some damage out. Spear down just to keep the paladin at bay. I think Krager's trying to see if he can maybe get him some second wind healing. Or the dawn light. Oh, he's going to get himself a proper stun at the very least. With the demolish. Oh, Saya trying to see if he can back up out of there. He knows that's going to be a lot of damage. Fear to follow. Does go for a trinket. Krager looking to at least get close to the guy. Maybe a trinket if he goes for searing. No, doesn't have to. Charge to reconnect. You see himself a couple more big mortal strike hits and he might be okay. But parry doesn't slow down. There's not much he can do. Try to see if he can back up out of there. I don't know if he has himself Battle Master Trinket or anything to keep himself alive. He needs a heal. He needs some kind of way to keep himself alive and healed. And maybe reflect a Hodge back at Saya at some point. I don't know if he'll be able to. Timing that is very, very difficult. Goes in for stun. Looking for some recovery. Walking back into consecration. Not ideal. Does go for reflect. No Hodge on the side just yet, but now he can go for an easy Hodge. Stun onto Krager. Goes in for a trinket. Looking to take him into a shield of vengeance. Is it going to be enough though? He's trying to chop through it, but there's only so much he can do, man. Just bleeding him up. But Saya, he's in a situation where he literally cannot lose. That is rough, man. Landing the first kill on the pally with double kicks, that was some work. But I guess Saya, that's not easy. Not easy at all. Dropping down a dome down or a gateway down on Saya with a blessing of protection. Oh man. He's still got a bubble and everything. That's gonna be a full tyrant in play. So now you can go, actually just gonna go for mobility. I would just try to see if he can back up out of there. Letting the Fedlord do some work. He's doing some numbies. Mortal as he gets hit with a Hodge. Great trade. Bubble out for Saya. That's where Awood just gotta live. Awood just needs to be able to live. Void out Rachel to try to see if he can back up out of there completely. Fear onto Saya. He doesn't have blessing of saying. Is going to be able to slow it by a little bit. Axe toss, super short, but it doesn't matter. Just needs a little more damage, and all those demons, the barrages, everything. Saya is just over. Oh my goodness. And we got rogues left, Blush as well as Grim. Last two left over for that enemy team. With Advo trying to see if he can get himself a proper go there. Demo kiting is crazy. The demo kiting plus the axe tosses and everything you can do. Yeah, it is kind of wild. It is very, very, very strong, man. Very strong. Evasion out for Plush, trying to see if he can potentially dodge maybe an axe toss from one of the pets. Looks like he got some doubts on the Advo and he's just looking to hopefully get himself a clean reset. But the axe toss catching him with Demon Doggers does go for a trinket with a meld. He still dotted them. Got himself a resell for a second, just enough in order to get a cheap shot onto Advo. Cloak of Shadows as he continues to put the pressure in. Playing the full assassination rogue, so I don't know if he can go for a garrote. Actually, it doesn't matter. Walls up for Advo. He has got himself full bled up though. So this is going to be good for Plush right now. Looking for a first aid. Got himself quite a bit of recovery. That demon is not going to be able to do much. And Adva taking a lot of damage to the face. I think it's over for Adva. Yeah, the dots are going to do it. Or not? I was surprised actually. Was that not sudden demise? Was that not going to be enough to kill Adva? I am very surprised if that's the case. Plush is going to get dotted up though with a demon within. I forget what the dot is called. But the demon within dot is pretty painful. Is going to be a kidney shot on the main pet? Try to see if you can catch a re-stealth? Nah, not going to be able to. Average is getting those plinks around the corner. Axe toss, it's over. I don't think there's a way Plush can maybe get out of here alive, man. Yeah, Advo does end up taking yet another one. Has to go up against Grim. This is a sub-rogue this time around. You do have a trinket. You have a death pack. Or dark pack, rather. I don't know if you live this, though. That is Grim with full burst. Shadow Step, and that is a big fort out for Advo. I don't know if you can go any more gates. Oh, one clean, quick eviscerate, taking him out. Mortal does connect. But for Grave, he should be able just to walk in and hopefully make some plays here, right? Last time he had to fight against a bunch of rogues, man, he just sent totems in. And I actually sent it in the right direction versus Grim, kind of guessing where it may go. And so at least he's got himself eyes available on either side. Grim, try to see if you can reposition. Wants to be there to stab Grave as soon as he catches something. He's going to send him flying, but he's going to step real quick. Trick and wall. Try to see if he can dampen some of the damage the rogue is doing. That flame shock animation looked amazing, by the way. Lightning bolt, look at that thing. Look at that lightning bolt thing. Thunder totem to try to see if he can keep the rogue pressured over there on the far side of the arena. If you can move the totem over in that corner, I mean, that Earth Elemental should keep the rogue out of stealth quite easily, keeping him in combat the entire time, not letting him catch any kind of resets. While Grave, try to see if he can send a totem in, does send the stun totem, Sunder maybe, second stun out of that totem is going to give him quite a bit of that pressure, knocking the rogue as he goes in for a kidney shot back, looking for a bit of damage of his own, picking up a little bit of that Death Stalker's mark with a big eviscerate ready to go. Yes, he gets it though. That's Shadow Blades and everything. That'd be some work right there if he was able to get a proper vis, but that's going to be totems moved around, trying to see if he can position him. You got a healing totem, keeping him alive, keeping him healthy. You got him some Sunder or Surgeon totem, pulsating on the rogue, root totem around the corner. So like he got positionals for these totems. Actually pretty good. Get the shot onto Grave, does get sent flying back against the wall there for a second. Cheap shot. Big damage out of the rogue. Hold on a second. Shadow strikes. Hold on a moment. Rogue with a trinket disarm. Rooted though. Rooted though. Hold on a moment. Can this rogue bring it back for his team some way or another? Is my question. Setting on I was about to say Demon Doggos, Spirit Doggos. And he's looking for that recovery. Not playing. Is he playing the Maelstrom? Trying to see if he can move the totem. Does stun Grim with a full ascent. Oh, Sunder. Second stun. Oh, Kidney does reverse it. And the rogue looking to get the hell out of dodge. Oh, okay. So he does get a reset. Does get a full clean go. Clean outski out of that. Rooted though. Rooted though. Grave just needs one big go. One big one. That's all he needs. Big zap. We're gonna take lots of damage though. I think it's a totem lightning bolt, right? Flame shock. Ooh, Ghost Rose? I think it's over. Cheap death, it's over. It's over. It's over. This Shaman was not gonna go down to any of these rogues out here. Well done, boys. Oh my goodness. First dose and 11.1, man. These have been glorious. Been loving these. Hell yeah. Let's see if little hook. There it is, boys. There it is. Last duel of the night over on the EU. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. These have been enjoyable. This has been amazing. These have been wonderful, dude. This has been a fun set of duels to watch. The classes out here, yeah. The classes out here, man. Some of you guys are doing some wild things. I was gonna ask if I could go blood, but too late. Yeah, at this point, Johnny, man, if this is how Frost is gonna be, and unholy for PvP, yo, blood ain't looking like a maybe a potentially viable only option at this point. You know what I mean? Amazing games. Hell yeah, dude. Hopefully we'll get some good games tomorrow too, yeah? Conan, we'll see if we have enough bodies. So it is still off season, so it could be that everybody's maybe still taking a break. Yeah, I won't blame anybody for like just taking a break during the off season or whatever. Sounds glad. Hopefully some tune next week. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. Yeah. But yo, boys, thanks so much for coming by. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you for hanging out with me. These are always super enjoyable. Tomorrow, more duels over on the NA this time around. So that'll be also quite a bit of fun. We'll see if we can get some groups together. Like I said, maybe NA will be more in line of I just want to chill, just want to hang out and AFK. Yeah, we'll get to you next time. Thanks so much for coming by, boys. Next week, get yourself Conquest Cap, get yourself some PvP gear, get yourself the Bloody Tokens gear, craft some PvP items, and we'll see what kind of tuning we'll see tomorrow or next week, yeah? I am excited to actually come in for the duels next week after any kind of initial tuning, because you know there's going to be some. You know there's going to be some. But yo, hope you guys have a wonderful, on the EU in particular, wonderful start to your season Wednesday. And I'll see you guys Friday. Yeah? Alrighty. You guys have a wonderful one, boys. I'm gonna go for now. Get some food. Peace.